Hello. Session.
Hello.
I guess this is session 6. I don't feel like doing 2 separate sessions and then calling them one session. We just had a shorter
6.2.
Well,
Maybe 0.5.
0.2.
No. Would it be
Eliza, you
2.0?
go to Moraine Valley. You're nothing
Fucking Moraine
can
Valley.
count.
Suck my king.
Juan, you also go to Marine
It's
Valley.
6.9.
Yeah, but I never claimed to be smart.
Already.
It's candid. Candid.
Alright. Well. What's it called? So, does anybody want to do a recap? I'm just gonna call these separate
Can I do a
sessions.
recap?
I'll do
No.
a recap.
I have part notes.
You already done like 2 in a row.
Well, I
Okay,
only remember
I'll do the
something.
recap.
Well, actually, yeah, someone else do the recap.
Alright.
I'll do the recap.
Wait, give me a
So,
second.
so Ralrut and the gang all make their way to Kubaro. And we get there, not a lot happens. We pretty much just get to the gates of Athedon. And after that, we're just picked up, and Ralrut tries to plant some doubt into the, I want to say, soldiers of Athedon, because Ralrut does not trust Ilreth.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And Ralrut does not know if the soldiers will heed his warning, or they just dismiss it as some crazy dude. But we will see. Oh yeah, also the leader of the guard is Bramgrim's brother. Excuse me.
That.
No.
That's-
We tried to tame a T-Rex, and then we ended up killing it.
Sure. Why not?
Sonder is Sonder the last remaining member of the original Vanguard group?
no.
Bro.
No,
I
it's
thought-
Ralrut. You.
No, who's the last?
Bro, I heard somebody say Sonder.
No,
No.
he's the last member of the new, or before the new age of the Vanguard. That's what they were saying.
Ralrut? Or
No, the leader
Oh my
of the Vanguard
God.
said that.
Let's go, Ralrut, the
so
last
Ralrut
one.
is
Let's
the last
go.
remaining member of the OG Vanguard.
Ralrut's correct.
Just nod.
Sonder was the last, the last new person in the first generation of the Vanguard.
And Ralrut is the last old person?
Who's the last, original?
It's okay. Ralrut's used to it. So many of his comrades have died in front of him that he's just numb to it. But that's just a different storyline for a different time.
Oh.
You make it sound like they rolled new characters.
Pretty much.
I mean, we haven't had a single character permadeath. Your
Lightning
character
strikes,
permadeath.
fucking
Dave for a
Bramgrim
little
gets
bit.
fried.
Literally Dave.
You can make your characters permanent. Alright.
Ralrut kills himself in this time.
Wait, so where are we right now?
Yeah, so last we left off, you guys were all netted and sort of captured by the Standing Sentinels of Athedon. And currently the only person not in captivity is Bramgrim. The rest of you are all in nets, or manacled in Ethel's case. So,
What are manacles?
handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Oh.
They're just they're just way older.
I
They're
believe
way-
manacles also.
They're like the full
Uh,
thing.
Yeah,
They're called the what of Athedon?
Standing Sentinels.
Hey, they probably have the feet sentinel.
Who knows?
You get it? Because they're sentinels?
Not related
Get it?
at all.
No, they actually have the
Get
feet
it?
chef because they really like to cook at home.
They really,
Make all
yeah,
kinds of
they
nice
like
meals.
cooking. So Bramgrim, you, Arthel, I forgot what conversation we ended on. with Arthel? Do you
I
remember?
just asked to be let into the city, and they said they'll see what they can do. And then I think we started walking into the actual common district.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't even. Yeah, so Arthel just says, Arthel just says that he'll try, and he sort of just starts walking. He does some more hand symbols to the rest of the Standing Sentinels, and just starts walking off towards where,
what?
in the direction that you believe the. Fucking stop eating my sushi.
It's not.
Where you believe the
What?
like Athedon proper is.
All right. Well then, I guess it's time to go.
Yeah. The rest of the Standing Sentinels, they keep the rest of your group chained up. So you guys are the Sonder and Ralrut. You guys are being pulled in the like magical bags almost. Ethel, you
And when
are
you start pulling me,
you're completely
when you start pulling
manacled.
me, I'm just gonna like say out loud, maybe just enough so the guard hears it. I'm like, they feel the same pain. It's interesting, really.
Who feels the same?
I don't know. Why is this guy trying to speak in like proverbs while he's getting dragged into the city?
It's literally not the first.
While I'm getting dragged, I'd like to send out my little pet, my foldable pet.
It was
with the
actually already
note.
out.
Okay, well, I'll whistle and call it back to me, and then
Not obvious.
have it write down the words I'm saying to it, that I'm whispering to it, and then I'll send a message to Bramgrim. And then the message says, roll?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Wait, I don't have my dice.
You do know we're intermingled
Come
with
on.
like a bunch of the guards, right?
Joey, you're not there.
Yeah, you see about a dozen guards, at least.
That is a 17.
Going through it, man.
You have such a high bonus. Why do you keep rolling so bad?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Uh,
I have hair in my mouth for myself.
let me see what they have.
Yeah.
So it flies towards you,
I'll just make sure.
and you whisper into it. Where are you sending it?
The Bramgrim.
Alright. So, it flies off, seemingly unnoticed. And when it reaches Bramgrim, you're just walking next to Arthel. And you see you hear a little flutter in your ear.
For me?
Oh, okay. So the message is just, I really need to figure out what the hell these nets are, because they could potentially be useful for me and other things. But then if you can talk about that as well, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, dot.
Yeah, it ends with then yeah, and then after that, you see just
Emoji.
a bunch of like almost like narration about all of you guys being dragged and everything, and you see it's still being written in.
Yeah.
And it's just writing about how all of you guys are getting dragged and how you're reading it, and
It just keeps going.
it gets pretty meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. The message very quickly gets lost.
Arthel, it's been a while since I've seen any of this stuff. What are these, are these nets new, or?
Oh, that's up.
Um,
I'm sorry, my memory's very out there from last time I was here.
well, he looks and he just says, well, it's pretty standard standing or sentinel equipment,
I'll make it.
especially for the standing sentinels. Just protect the borders.
Oh, okay. It's actually really cool. It sure did a number on them back there, huh?
He's like, yeah, dude, you want to, and you see he like pulls out, you see it's almost like an aluminum can, except it's like a solid cylinder, and it's almost like rings of aluminum like stacked onto each other and connected, and in the center you just see like a solid, almost smaller cylinder of the same sort of glowing bluish energy as the nets. And he like points it towards you and he says, you want to see how it works?
I'll pass. I think I got a good understanding from when you hit me with it earlier.
He says, it can do more than just the net. All right, that's fine. You see,
we'll have time later.
and he just looks to you and he's like, he like sort of nudges you, and he like goes to hand it to you. He says, gotta make sure my men are always keeping a vigilant eye out, right? And he points towards one of them.
Okay. Does he at least explain? What?
No. No, he does not explain how to use it.
Can you give me a little more than that?
Just use it. Roll an Arcana check, or an investigation check, either or.
Shit.
Eliza.
That's not good. 12.
Hold on.
Dismantling this?
Hold
Oh, sorry.
You start just like fumbling with it. And
It's gonna activate right in my face and capture me.
you just see like a little. You're holding it and you're like, this looks about right, and you start like pressing things, and you see almost like the exact quantity of like blue energy that's in like just one of the attached rings shoots out, just that, and you see it almost shoots out just like a straight line towards the guy. It misses entirely. You weren't aiming towards him at all, but it shoots. You see it wraps, the line hits a tree and then wraps around it. It's almost like a bola, essentially, but with no weights at the end. And you see it hits, and the like very thin line almost expands a couple inches, and then it's just like a band wrapped around the tree.
That's so cool.
Says, I fucking know.
Maybe
Right? And a bunch
gonna swipe a few.
a bunch of the Standing Sentinels are like, what the fuck, Arthel? And he's like, hey, stay on your toes. It's like, I'm your commanding officer.
So, do you think I would be able to get one of these?
Like, man, well, I still need to just talk with the...
Of course.
On the real, though, we need to see whether you're a traitor or not. Like, we might,
Yeah,
kill you.
no.
we might have to kill you.
That's okay.
And
I
he
already
just
had a
gets,
conversation with
he just
my dad.
immediately, yeah. I mean, I'm not even a super magic-y guy, but and he like points towards your body and the little girl. I mean, it's not that hard to see.
Yeah, no. Some shit happened. It's been a while.
We need to hang out before you die.
Yeah. How's your mom doing? Still running the place?
Yeah, business as usual. And you see, you guys just keep chatting, and eventually he says, he like,
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, I was just gonna say to my guard, I'm gonna be like,
Still trying to convince them?
she's very strong for a little girl. It's very strange. She doesn't act like her age either way.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
You've
Dude,
already
come on.
tried.
What about the last one too?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
You tried.
You cannot say he's not.
You tried last session and already failed. This guy already wants you to shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
I got a nat 20 for the first one.
Okay.
I can't wait for you to not get a nat 20 on the second one.
That one.
You know what? 17. That's considering the -1.
Yeah. Oh, damn. So the guy sort of listens to you and he's like, what the fuck are you babbling about? Or actually, no. He starts speaking in Draconian. Just, and you're just like, huh?
Oh.
And he sees he sees it on your face, and he says, and he like in almost broken common just replies, "What talk about?"
you know, we had a ruffian with a high-ranking malignant creature, and he brought people from our past and tethered them to us.
Oh, I can't wait for this to back.
Really don't know what happened, but I do know that those that are tethered to us have gotten abilities that I'm not comfortable with. Honestly, they pose a danger to a lot of people. Can you get the hell out, dude? I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm still saying this.
Ralrut's like, fuck off. Leave me alone.
You don't even know me.
Get out of my room.
God damn it. What are they saying?
Alex,
I
fuck
forgot.
that.
Alright. Powers that can harm many people.
Fuck that.
And I think
Fuck
I'd rather
you, fuck
these
that. That picture's
this get
fuck
situated
that.
sooner rather than later.
Ass. Internet
He just-
ass.
He looks at you and he just says, well, no, the little girl, I will say, Ilbreth, is also bound, or actually no, she's been let out of her restraints. As soon as people recognized who she is, they let her go. And so they're looking at you, Ralrut, and they're saying, is there... And he doesn't say anything, he just looks at you. And he's like, sort of just, you can tell, he's like trying to read you. And he sort of just says,
It's a curse,
he looks at you,
as
and
far as I know.
it looks like he's not necessarily dismissing what you're saying, but he's almost like, shut up for now. And he's just like, quiet now. And he pulls one of those little cans out, points it towards your face, and you see just a band just whoosh, wrap around your mouth. And you just can't. But that's the thing. He acknowledges what you said, but he almost looks like, okay, you need to stop talking if this is like. And he just
Someone should be carrying Ilrith, because she was already tired before we left, and she's a child, and now she just made a week-long journey through a jungle.
Bro,
She's been on a fucking fire horse this entire time.
I guess, but that like going on a horse is still exhausting. 'Cause you have to hold on to it with your legs.
Oh no, with the Phantom Steed, it's there's none of that. It's just a smooth ride. And she the entire ride, you've noticed she has not been bothered at all by the journey. Like in the fight,
she's stepping my strain.
in the fight with the T-Rex, she wanted to fight the T-Rex. I presume you guys would have stopped her, but she wanted to charge in.
Listen, she takes
wanted to
after
tank.
the family. I mean, it's.
She wanted to take some hits for us.
You guys have like all these assumptions, and she just gets torn in half by the T-Rex. Just like
And then not even 2 seconds later, Bramgrim follows.
yeah, Bramgrim also just is torn.
You guys do.
Yeah, Ilrith gets torn in half, and Bramgrim just like splits in two. Just.
Yo, Alex,
Yes.
can I destroy this?
Sure.
I'm gonna make it into a...
Don't get rid of all my paper, but sure.
Oh.
Hey, is there any leftover sushi?
No. We pounded that shit. It's gone. You should have
You
grabbed more.
already had gotten into it by the time I was back. Wow.
Yeah. Alright. So you see at least Ralrut. He walks by. He walks over to one of the other guards. And he sort of starts saying something to the guard that's dragging you. Or it's not he's not even necessarily dragging you. You just see there's a line of energy from you to the like can.
To the what?
And so they're like talking to each other.
Is there a guard near me?
I mean there's one pulling you.
How far away is he?
No more than a couple feet, I'd say.
More than 5?
I'd say he's well, with how these are designed, they can, you can tell they're dragging. Actually, no. Yeah, you can tell they're dragging. What's it called? They're dragging a Ralrut by about 10 feet.
Okay,
For
what
you,
about
it's from what you can gauge, maybe 6, 7.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna use my Eldritch Scarf to snake out and try and steal one of the cylinders.
Yeah, you can see it's sort of there's some amount of like control with the netting and everything,
Yeah.
based on like you'd assume how much of like the energy on the inside they use.
I sneeze and then turn into my were shape. That's you. Immediately 10 feet tall.
Yeah. So, unless any of you are doing anything while you're getting dragged, the guards just go around and they're talking to each other. Eventually, one of them goes up. One guard walks up to you and Arthel, Bramgrim, while the two of you are just
Why
shooting
does
the
it
shit.
have to be Arthel?
like
It's
talking.
So confusing.
His name's Arthel. And he just, the guy goes over.
We'll do it in 2 minutes.
He goes over to Arthel, and you see he goes to like whisper something in Arthel's ear, and Arthel just looks over to you, and he says, Bramgrim, buddy, I need you to take a couple steps back. Just, we got to talk about something."
Of course. Speak away. Speak freely. I'll just step back.
Yeah. And he says, "Could you take the kid?"
Noreth, come over here. Please.
She just looks at you and she says, "Well, why can't we just go ahead? I don't." And you see, she's very like sassy. She's like, "Whatever." Just starts going back with you.
Remember what I told you. They have a right to be worried.
Right to be
All right.
worried. Okay, I know. You don't need to keep telling me this. I understand.
I'm not even that sassy.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sassy.
Yeah, she says, I know. It's shadows, whatever. You've been going around fine. Do you think we're gonna get in and you're gonna live like that? So we're fine.
She's lucky she's a child. I would slap the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Don't do it. What the fuck? I'd slap the shit out if that was my kid.
Okay,
That's not
listen.
how that
She right now she has a better repertoire than I do in the city. So doing that, we're definitely.
Bramgrim slaps the shit out of her and slaps himself. What?
It's
Fuck.
Imagine how much child abuse would be lessened if parents got hit when their child got hit. You smack the shit and you're like, fuck! God!
That would be hilarious.
It's like Dobby fighting himself
Like-
with the lamb.
Oh, Dad, how was work? Dad hits himself. Bruh.
Bruh.
Either way, you guys continue, and Arthel is talking, and you see. Make a perception check, Bramber.
Passive perception?
With your passive perception,
What about mine as well?
they're just
Oliver.
talking.
Shit
Yeah.
rolls.
The two of you, yeah, make passives.
I read their lips. I read
you
their
can-
lips.
you
Oh, wait,
can
no,
also-
it's in Draconic, never
They're
mind.
speaking in Dracon.
Do I roll?
Yeah.
For passive?
No.
Because
roll-
you have a high enough
Yeah.
passive, you're allowed to roll.
You have a high
perception
enough
check.
passive to roll a perception.
I got
So
it.
roll a perception check.
Don't worry
Ralrut,
about it.
I'd assume you'd be watching this closely. So just because you're the one who started
Yes,
this
sir.
shit, so make a perception check.
Am I rolling perception?
Yes, you have a high
So
enough
I
passive.
roll a perception then?
Yes.
It's
No, why
24
does
for
it get
me.
to roll perception? Oh, maybe you're gonna
All right, I will be messaging you shortly.
I'm trying to do it in. I got 16. I don't think I have good fairy ready.
I mean, it's
23.
fine because you could change out every day. It's like one of those things
No,
where
yeah, I know I did. Yesterday when you guys, or not last time when you guys mentioned Blueberry, I changed that and then proceeded to change every single spell.
Alright,
I got a
messaged
23,
you.
Alex.
Sorry, new spell. Ah.
Where'd you message me?
I'll message you on the forge. Juanito Suarez.
Oh, cool.
I got 17. It's in Forge.
What?
I got 17. Or 16. It's in Forge.
All right.
I was like, you're temporarily blinded. You can't see anything.
So
It's nighttime, right?
Oh,
it is
wow.
night. It's dark out.
Okay.
So you guys continue moving forward, and eventually, Arthel sort of like makes the guard go back, and it had been like a good, I mean, at most like 5 minutes. And you see eventually Arthel like motions you back over, and he says, "Oh, you guys can come back. Just some business talk, you know. Just, I mean, you know." Domestic security, all that shit. Still don't know if you're a terrorist.
Terrorist.
actually reduced to TSA.
He says, "Hey,"
Bro, they're actually TSA, goddamn.
he says, "Hey, there are no vehicles. It's just people walking. We're border security."
That was not in game.
Okay.
That was an out of.
What would that? You know how we said how like when we say things that are very like 21st century, we just imagine that it's been like, you know, like translated through Google Translated. What
Yeah.
would the TSA of this?
What's the TSA of Everon? I mean, I'd assume there'd be some kind of TSA in Everon because of the airships and stuff.
Oh.
You guys kind of go back up, and Arthel's just a bit more quiet. Eventually, he says, he like looks over to the group, and he does a hand sign, and he looks over to the two of you, and he just says, "All right, well, we're nearing up on the dome now, so might be a little weird." He looks down to Ilrath, and he says, "Yeah, just watch the entry, you know, might trip on something that doesn't look like it's there. I mean, you know about the dome." She says, "Yeah, I do." And
She's like, duh.
she eventually, one of the Athedonian guards walks forward, and you see just past a certain point, they make another step, and then just disappear. And then a bunch of more of the Athedonian guards step in until eventually Sonder, Ralrut, and Ethel towards the back. You guys watch as Bramgrim and Ilrath step in and then sort of also disappear. And then you guys start getting dragged through, and once you hit this almost invisible barrier, you guys are pulled through, and just immediately very bright magical light hits all of you guys. Just almost overbearing, but the light's very warm, so it doesn't like blind you or kind of blur your vision or anything like that. But you just immediately see yourself looking at and almost down to a massive, almost what looks like would have been crater or like divot in the ground of the jungle. For the most part, there aren't many trees. It's almost like a ring of still like trees for what looks to be maybe another couple 100 yards, but then down you see just an immediate decline into what looks like a pit almost. And a lot of the trees like within what would have been this bubble are very almost young, it seems, or like all the foliage and everything past that bubble seems to have been just pretty new, or like recently regrown almost, and you sort of realized that like the closer you got, the more the plants and foliage and everything looked kind of new.
Okay.
And you guys immediately see in front of you what looks to be a massive, almost tunnel, like almost like an underpass, kind of. Except there's nothing above it. It's just a tunnel straight down, like just a corridor in the middle of the wilderness, just going down into the pit with a bunch of steps. And you see along the sides of this, like just these massive staircases, once you get up to it, you see across to the other, around this big like pit, there are also a handful of other staircases just dotted about. The whole thing seems to be, I mean, the pit seems to be, it's not even necessarily a pit, it's almost the size of like a couple quarries, like all together. And down within it, you see, looks to be just a massive, vibrant city. Almost like if you took one level out of Sharn and just placed it onto the ground as its own city. And you see distinctly the circular city. It's almost like a hollowed out ring of a city surrounding what looks to be a very large, almost lake kind of thing. Not a lake, but just a big body of water. You see that like outer ring is very visibly divided into what look to be 6 almost districts, all of which seem to be almost like they're very similar looking just from afar, of just like the colors and like the, or not necessarily the colors, but like the architecture, the amount of lights, like they definitely look like all part of the same city, but there's a slight almost like color palette change from area to area, like from 6th section to section. And you notice in the center of that big body of water, there's one massive tower going up a couple, like tens of stories, maybe even. It's almost like one of the smaller skyscrapers in Sharn. And you see right off the tip of that massive tower is where you now from the inside see just a shimmering golden dome over the entire thing.
Okay.
And as you guys get closer to the staircase, Arthel just looks over to you, Bramgrim. He says, "Man, it has been a while. Welcome home."
There's a tear in my eye as I stare out at the
Just looks at you
city.
and says-
Role play it, Joey.
Just take a deep
Where's
breath.
here?
He just looks at you.
I'm actually role playing as Amber Heard. I can't cry on demand.
Yes. Nobody looks at you, Bramgrim.
What you
He
mean,
says,
Ander Turd?
Ander turn. Nice. Funny.
Amber Turd.
He looks at you and he says, "Yeah. Man, I didn't realize how long it's been. What? Like 5, 6, some amount of years. It's been a while."
Yep, around there.
God. I remember when we were still training together. Shame what happened. But, you know. Bigger shame you left. But,
Well,
You
you know exactly why I had to leave.
yeah. And he sort of just trails off on that. And you see, as you guys now at the top of the stairs, you see there are almost like chutes on either side. As they look towards the rest of, they look towards all of you. They say, "Sorry, but we can't exactly let you in yet. We kind of need send you through customs, security, and you see some of the guards already before, like, separating from you, Bramgrim, sort of just start taking the others towards the chutes as Sonder, Ralrut, and Ethel, you guys are dragged over to where you see at the top of the stairs there are almost these big circular, like, stone plates with a big chunk of, like, what looks to be Sybaris dragon shard in the center. And they look towards you. You see they immediately, like, a bunch of the guards, as they drag you over, Ethel, and actually all of you guys roll me d6s, or just d4s. Roll me d4s, so each of you. And as they're doing that, Bramgrim, he looks towards you and he says, like, the knot in the net thing was just like a friend courtesy kind of thing. I kind of need you to go with the rest of them. And he, like, pulls
I
out
understand.
he like pulls, like, he took the can back from you, the capture device back from you, and just points it towards you, and just does, like, the full net, and just whoosh, and just wraps around you entirely. Also, roll me a d4.
I got 3.
All right, so what'd you, Ethel, 3.
Oliver 3 2.
Could you guys just type what you rolled in chat?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ralrut, did you also roll that d4?
Everyone is 3 except me.
I rolled a 1.
Oh. Are you just following the crowd when you wrote 3?
Yeah, I saw 3. I was like, oh, 3.
3.
No, I did 1. I got 1.
What'd you get, Bramgrim?
2.
2. Alright, Bramgrim, you are taken over to the same pad as Ralrut. Ethel and Sonder, you're thrown onto one pad. You guys are on the one on the right, Ralrut and Bramgrim. You're dragged over to the one on the left. And Bramgrim, you just see as, on the other side, some of the Athedonian... Arthel drags you over to where Ralrut is. And the other two are dragged over to that other pad, and you see they almost look at something on their armor, and then, like, start talking to them, like, out loud to themselves, and then one by one you watch as first Ethel, then Sonder, there is, like, a pause, like, as they talk, and then you see, alright, throw her on, and you see she gets thrown onto the pad. And you watch as the Sybaris crystal just flashes yellow, like, glowing energy, and she disappears. And then the energy goes back into the guy's capture device. He says, alright, now the shape changer. And you pull you.
Wait, they don't know I'm a shape changer because I haven't changed shape in front of them.
They know you're a shape changer. They don't know
Okay,
you're
well,
a
my
werewolf.
second question.
Yes.
Is I'm about to be thrown on the pad, which means that I'm pretty close to one of the guards, right?
Yeah, they're dragging you at the longer length, but at this point, yeah, they set you down next to them. I'll say this: there are let me roll for this actually. So, Arthel for sure on Bramgrim's side. There are... Okay, on Bramgrim's side, it's just Arthel and one other guard.
Okay.
So there's 10 left. And then 5. So there's actually... No, there's 3 guards on Bramgrim. Then... 4 guards with you guys. And then... 3, 4... And then the other 5 are just, like, standing at the top of the stairs waiting for Arthel to finish up.
Okay. So, if I try and steal something with my Eldritch Scarf, do I roll my sleight of hand?
No.
Klepto.
Okay.
That has to do with, like, your sleight of hand is like you doing stuff, but it is just like is its own entity that you can tell to do stuff, but it's like doesn't necessarily do
it.
I mean,
exactly.
I can mentally control it.
You can
Yeah,
mentally
that's the
try.
thing with it though, is that sleight of hand is your actual like how good you are and dexterous you are with your hands.
And if I'm using those as my hands, when it's still it says you mentally control it using the scarf's frayed hands
Dude, why
instead
you
of your
try to
own.
steal it? Just let it go, man.
Hey, I want to steal it, but maybe
Yeah,
later.
it's
okay.
like manual
just remember
dexterity.
what I asked.
Bramgrim,
Just remember what I asked before they came.
Oh yeah, did you ever send that
Fine.
back, or did you hold on to the bird?
I think he still has the thing. I never got it back. I don't think.
I mean, I guess it would still be with me.
All right. So yeah, Ethel and then Sonder, just boom, boom, gone. Ralrut gone, and then now Arthel looks down to you, Bramgrim, and the other guard starts walking away as Arthel sort of like nods him off. He just says,
Question.
and you see they actually don't send Ilreth. Ilreth is taken over with the big group of guards just standing at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
She is not rebubbled.
Yeah.
And he looks down to you and he just says, "Alright, for your sake, I really hope. Don't fuck anything up."
I hope we can talk on better terms after this.
I do too. Don't fuck anything up, and I swear to God, if you have fucked something up, that's gonna fuck you over now. Well, we'll see. And he pulls you over onto the slab, and you see he talks out, and he just says, like out loud with almost his whole arm up to his ear, he says, "We've got one on chute 7A." And
Love you too, buddy.
And you just flash, gone. Ethel and Sonder. The two of you, first Ethel, appear in just a dark concrete room and just no longer in the bubble, just like fall a good, I'd say 5 feet and just slam down onto the concrete floor.
No, I don't. I have wings. I'm
Oh yeah, you do
so
have wings.
Cool.
Or well,
Sonder, you fall,
roll
and I'm
sleight
like,
of hand.
Fuck. Never mind. I don't have wings.
And I roll my
You
acrobatics
start falling,
to see if
and
I
you go-
land on my.
So,
Oh no, I catch myself with my cape.
Ethel,
I have
you teleport and you start like trying to adjust yourself to get your wings, and then immediately Sonder teleports and is basically on top of you. And so you try reaching for by the time you reach for your cape, you land on Ethel, who's
He cushions
hit the
my
ground
fall.
at this point, and you guys just land
I
on
literally
top
see
of
him
each
teleport,
other.
and I'm like, no.
Just land on top of him, and you two just land next to each other in this like empty concrete room.
Push him over, and I'm like, fucking change.
Ralrut and Bramgrim, it's a very similar circumstance,
you,
but we'll
Oliver?
get back
Are we
to you
changing?
guys.
Are you a
We'll get to
changeling?
you guys in a second.
Oliver,
So Ethel and Sonder,
Are you
what are you guys?
changing?
Are you guys doing anything?
what's
Or are
your
you
race?
just?
Fucking,
What? Wait,
fucking
what?
dog. That's what I call you.
What?
She
I don't know
called
what
you
she's even saying. She
She's
just called
called
me
you a
fucking
fucking dog.
You shit-smelling bitch.
I'm fucking clean now. I have a
I
fucking
can still
stone
smell it on
to
you.
clean myself. Well, maybe you're smelling your own fucking woofy-looking ass. Okay, get the fuck off of me, bitch.
How can you smell my whiff-smelling ass when you still smell like shit?
It's separated
Is
from
the shit monster really talking?
2
Is
seconds.
the
You're
shit
not
monster
even here,
really talking?
Juan. Shut up. I'm not even talking to you. Not even your character.
You're not here, Ralrut.
I fucking stop away. What's around? Like, what's around us?
Nothing.
Are we in literally an empty nothingness?
It's
Void?
genuinely an empty concrete block.
Oh.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't
you
even-
were here for this.
You guys don't
there any
even
light?
see. There's no light sources, but there's just some like ambient, like dim light. Like you guys can see. It's not pitch black, but it's genuinely just a concrete cube you're inside of. There's nothing.
Okay,
At
well, I
least-
crawl on the ceiling, because they'll never expect me on the ceiling. And then sit down in the corner.
Of the ceiling?
Of
Yeah.
the ceiling? How do you
Yeah.
hang onto the ceiling?
I have the ring of.
Oh,
I can literally
yeah.
do anything.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so you see Sonder start walking over and just sit on the ceiling.
Ethel's playing with Ethel's infestation and playing with the bugs that are coming out of her skin.
Yeah, you see Ethel. She
Little
like
holes.
it's
Little
almost
holes
like
hard.
it kind of looks like if you've played BioShock, the bee plasmid. You see her skin just starts opening up around where the growth is inside, like in her body, and
I mean,
just
don't you still the chipmunks? Just play with the chipmunks.
they're rats. She has 3
Do I
rats.
still have them?
You actually have more now. There's like
They
7.
haven't given birth
Or actually
yet.
no.
It takes a while, doesn't it?
It takes a while.
I don't know, to give birth.
Yeah, you guys have been you traveled for like a week. So I mean, here.
Bro, at one point I'm holding this fucking pregnant rat in my hand. He goes, "It's okay, you got this. You're doing just fine. Keep pushing."
Just pushing on its stomach. There you go.
I don't push on. You don't push on a pregnant woman's stomach. What
Yes,
the
you do.
fuck?
So you now
Squeeze the baby out like toothpaste.
you have 13 rats now.
I have 13 rats.
You have 10.
Fuck yeah.
You have 10 rat pups.
Fucking Saunders looking at them like I'm
They're-
so hungry.
They're
I'm so
they're
hungry. I'm so
they're
hungry.
10 pups and 3 like adult rats. So yeah, you guys are just sitting here. Is there anything you're doing? You see, Ethel's just playing with like the bugs that crawled out of her. You see, they
I'm feeding him to the
tear out of
rats.
her skin. You see, like a fully formed bee tear itself out from under her nail, like just crawl out,
No.
and
It's the
just
worst thing you could have said to Oliver. Oliver has
and
a
just
phobia
they're
of
just
nails.
flying all around.
I have a question. Eliza, how much gold do you have?
Pretty sure I have like none.
I think you guys are both broke as
I have a
fuck.
staff of healing and it's not in my inventory. Ah!
I will add it to your inventory.
It's in my
guys.
inventory in Forge, I think.
I can add it.
I just realized. Oh no, I have it. It's just not equipped.
All right. Yeah. So what are
I can't-
Ralrut? Okay. So unless you guys are doing anything, we'll just go over to Ralrut and Bramgrim.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
All right. Yeah. Is there anything you guys talk about? Character moment, maybe. You shit smelling bitch. Did that actually happen, or was that
That
just
fucking
player
happened.
banter?
You fell on me. You suck.
I would say that actually happened. Yeah, fuck you, Ethel.
I am learning to laugh at myself. Today's affirmation. Anyways,
Alright, yeah. Is
I
there
take
anything
out
you
my
guys talk about at all?
sham. I take out my sham and start playing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds horrible. Probably, I don't know.
I reminisce quietly in the corner, start and saying like, Ethel, we really need one of those capture devices because I tried capturing my brother once and he just nothing could hold him down. He tore through metal in order to escape, and
Maybe
I think
your
those
brother
could be.
doesn't need to be captured.
What did she
Freedom?
say? What did she say?
Eliza, you need to speak louder.
Maybe your brother doesn't need to be captured. Freedom.
Oh no, he's killing people.
He's a free
He's-
spirit. He can't be held down.
Yeah, you should let him kill freely, you know?
He's kind of like me. He's a shifter, but
Murderer.
he can't control it anymore, and he might be the cause of. Well, let's not get into that. He's too dangerous for his own good.
We've got
But we
time.
need one of those capture devices before we leave. So maybe give me some stealth bonuses or something later on at a certain pivotal moment that involves me stealing one of those goddamn things.
Maybe
Okay.
don't fall on my wings, and then I might give you a stealth bonus.
Kill her.
You whore. Kidding. And then I take the
You.
doodle ring and I'm
I-
like, wait, I take the doodle
I
ring.
kind of.
Shut up, Butler.
It turns out when I fell on her, I stole one of her gems that she had.
I don't have any gems.
Do you want
Yeah,
to
but
roll
you
for
know.
that?
I don't have
I will
gems.
roll for that 100%.
I have an
Roll a
emerald.
sleight of hand
Can I
check.
can I somehow give him Echo's assistance just because?
No.
Can I use perception?
Hold on.
Perception.
Hold on.
To
That
That's-
is a 26.
That's the
That she
DC.
found.
Holy shit. What's your passive?
She's got 28. She wins. She
Yeah.
wins.
No. So you see, when he lands
Oh,
on
no,
you, he.
That's a 27. It's 27. My bad.
Okay, when he lands on you, you feel his hands through your pockets.
fucking perv.
Okay, sure.
I mean,
I'm
that's
usually
pretty.
super nice now because I smell.
I only
like,
did it because you got mad at me.
Smell
Fuck you.
like shit. Well, I wasn't even mad at you yet. Just when you fell on me.
Yeah.
I've got a diamond and an emerald, and you're about to freaking just take it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I have an agate. Where did the agate come from? What's the agate for?
You guys bought it.
That's what you're
wanted to
using for
cast
your
Awaken.
Groot. Remember when you were gonna make Groot?
That's like, oh, are you really?
Wait, did I actually get any of her gems, or did she just, did I get it and she felt it, or did she?
Oh.
Oh wait,
I can't tell you.
Did what?
Made this just happen.
did I get the gem, or
No.
did okay,
Oh.
She notices and like pulled back.
awesome. Oh, I'm done. That's all
I
I'm
noticed.
gonna do.
Alright.
After a while, after we cool down from him stealing from me and fucking falling on my wing, I take out my doodle ring, and I'm like, you wanna play crisscross, apple, tic-tac-toe? That took a while.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to his room
And we play
tic-tac-toe now.
tic-tac-toe. Now let's.
I'm gonna run over to
Alright, yeah, so
Okay.
you guys, Ralrut and Bramgrim. So Ralrut, you feel yourself just flash into this big room, and you just fall onto your side and just, it's like, you land on concrete. You fall 5 feet. Yeah, they're playing tic-tac-toe. That's fucking great. I love that. And then Bramgrim, you in your full suit of fucking plate
That's
armor,
right.
just, and you might as well just like elbow slam him as you just land right on top of Ralrut.
How's it going, Ralrut? Nice seeing you here.
What?
Yeah, you would actually take damage, Ralrut, were it not for your fucking damage reduction. Because he's a couple 100 pounds with his armor and everything.
Yeah, what's up, Burger? Get the fuck off me, man.
Alright, hold on. Give me a second. Alright. Let me help you up there, buddy.
Alright.
So you guys help
Alright
him
then.
up. And you're, I mean, same basic situation. You're in a concrete box. There's a fucking, yeah, there's like ambient light that seems to be sourceless. You guys are kind of just here.
Well, I mean, we've been in this situation before, haven't we, huh?
It's nothing new, I guess.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
of
the
course-
last time we came here, they threw us in here. We just didn't realize.
I guess so, but I think we escaped last time.
No. They, remember they blindfolded us, that the wall, like, opened up?
Oh,
Or, I don't know if you guys were
probably
even there for that.
different prison then. What's the course of action
Maybe.
from here then?
We sit down and relax until someone comes to get us.
That's it. Just wait around.
I'll be honest, we really can't do anything else here.
All right. What about after here then?
Hopefully, I don't get executed. Which in turn will probably get you guys killed because you have nothing protecting you.
I can escape.
I don't know.
So yeah, let's just
with
here's
your,
the whole
with your
thing that I
track
don't know.
record, Bramgrim, we might be a little fucked.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was told last time not to come back until I purified the sword, which is a shame I couldn't do that because we got sent on this mission, and
You do
apparently...
the exact opposite.
How are you gonna explain the Daardendrian scales, man?
He did do
Hey,
the
imagine
exact
they-
opposite. It got worse.
It literally did get worse, man.
Listen,
He's eating cables. What?
I'll be honest,
Okay. Oh,
I don't know.
tic-tac-toe.
I genuinely don't know
You
what's
want
gonna happen.
No, we kept
I'm
getting
just
cat
hoping for the
games,
best.
where it's even, nobody wins, and then I
Yeah.
just cheated the last second.
Hmm.
But I
I
won.
don't know. We should
Listen,
probably make some plans. Do you think we could probably escape with our lives?
If anything happens, you said last time that they kind of had some respect for your clan. Just try and use that.
Bruh, you think? Actually,
Listen.
not bruh. Not bruh.
Listen, Ralrut,
Bro, root.
if something happens to me, protect yourself, okay?
Now,
Just-
survivor.
It's okay. Ethel and Sonder aren't here, so if something happens to you, we will
You know,
protect
if anything,
ourselves.
if you die, I'm just gonna make sure.
You're gonna what?
I'll make sure. I'll use her shit body to I guess provide manure for the flowers I put on your grave if I were to survive this too.
Listen, just if anything happens, remember me, okay?
I'm gonna
God
wipe
damn
Ralrut's
it,
memory
brother.
after you die.
Likewise, then. Either way, we gotta.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm thinking more forward in the future, even further in the future. I want to find out how to get rid of these curses we have. So,
I think, I'll be honest, that the people here are our best bet
you think so?
for right now. Yes.
All right. All right then. But just do me a favor and don't make any more friends with different patrons or dark swords or whatever. Just be your own man at this point.
Don't worry, I think I've experienced enough of that for many lifetimes to come.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired. Bro, come on.
And you hear in your head Bramgrim, the sword saying, "Oh, but you wouldn't want to get rid of little old me, now would you?"
Anyway, so I think we just sit here and wait, and I'll just take a seat against one of the walls.
So, you sit down. Why are you slamming shit while we're in the... So... Well, you guys sit down. Sonder, Ethel, you finish your game of tic-tac-toe.
I won.
It takes a little
I
bit.
won.
You guys kind of sit down. Do you play another one?
We played 3 games. See, first 2 were cat. See, and then that one. See, look.
And I really
I was
somehow
O's.
missed that big
I was
that
O's.
at the top there. Yeah, that totally happened. Yeah.
I was O's.
Yeah, you guys.
I wrote it. It's candid. Ethel won.
I just imagine Ethel after doing the games just writing on the walls like the asylum kind of like crazy people that just writing
Wait,
random
Alex,
letters
don't
and
I have
stuff.
the magic paint kit? Because I didn't know what's in my inventory.
I'd assume you have it on you.
I don't see it.
Well, you guys play your games.
I have a question.
You wait a little bit,
Okay.
10 minutes.
Alex?
You guys keep playing.
There's nothing, bro, I'm going to invent Connect 4 with my paint kit. I'm gonna take my paint kit and I'm like, bro.
Make an intelligence check.
Bro. Wait!
Make an intelligence check.
Intelligente check? Okay.
Ralrut and Bramgrim. Maybe half an hour passes by. Nothing. Still waiting?
I'm gonna try to practice my sign language.
Okay.
Does this count as a short or long rest?
I'm making
Can I
Connect 4.
try and heal some of the
Do you
hit points
do you
lost earlier?
want do you want to start resting, like sleeping?
Oh, we're playing Connect 4.
All right, so you start sleeping.
No, I just made
Are you
Connect 4.
Are you going to sleep, or are you just like chilling for a short rest? Like, what are you going for? Because I will say this place is not comfortable enough for a full rest. The most you'll get is a long rest if you do like sleep. Just if that's what you're going for.
I don't really think I'll rest. Long rest.
All right, so you start going to sleep.
And
Ethel spends
bundle up my coat, put it against my head, put the hat on my face.
All right.
Ethel spends like a good chunk of time huddled up in a corner of the box that we're trapped in, and away from Sonder, and just drawing out a 3D Connect. Well, no, drawing out Connect 4 on the wall and then popping.
What'd you roll in intelligence?
17.
17. You're playing with you're drawing circle stuff. Maybe eventually.
But I'm scrubbing at that forever trying to make it, and then I fucking out of nowhere just after 10 minutes here.
Yeah,
Turn around and fucking see him sleeping, and I'm like, God damn it! I just throw the fucking
And as Ethel makes more and more games, she takes on the name Hasbro.
I know, right? I put copyright in the corner. Copyright?
For the 3 of you that are conscious, it starts getting late. It's maybe been an hour and a half. It's around the time you guys would usually go to sleep. Are you sleeping? Or are you still waiting?
Bro, can I sleep but but use my feet?
The dome?
Yeah, inside the cube.
Yeah.
So that would make us invisible.
So Ethel, you start going to sleep.
That would mean they can't see us.
No, it makes it harder to see. It doesn't make you invisible. So you guys, you lay down.
Ralrut, if you want to go to sleep first, rather try and be up if I can, if they come.
Alright.
How does the long rest thing work in order to heal? Again?
We'll
I
get
don't
to it if you finish your rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ralrut, are you going to bed?
I guess I'll try to get some shut-eye.
Alright.
Should I?
You go to bed. Another 5.5 hours pass. Bramgrim, do you go to sleep at any point?
Probably after like the first 3 hours, I'll be like, okay.
Well, you guys go to bed. Does anybody keep watch?
I'll say Ethel does inside her thing.
And
Alright.
she can wake me up whenever she wants me to keep watch. That's fine.
Alright.
Or I man it out.
Ralrut and Bramgrim, you guys just sleeping?
I go to wake him up, and then I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We're in a concrete box, you know.
You guys go to sleep. You finish your long rest, so you can look at the journal entry stuff for how that works. Ethel,
Wait,
Sonder,
what?
you guys go through your shifts of keeping watch. Nothing changes. You wake up the next morning.
Long rest?
Yeah, at least you think it's morning. You're not sure how long you slept.
Don't I have a thing that
No.
I'll be back, give me a sec.
I don't have that anymore?
No.
The orb that tells me the weather? Is that in Druidcraft? I'll look it right now.
Tell you the weather, but not necessarily a time of day. Bramgrim, you come to consciousness after however long. You feel well rested.
I'm gonna create a mild odor of
Are you guys
plant
doing anything?
to fuck up Sonder's nostrils.
No,
Alright.
I don't really see what to do.
Another day passes. You guys wait the whole day.
Can I make
Nothing.
for you?
You guys are kind of just getting bored. Bramgrim, Ralrut, you start getting hungry throughout the day. You realize, oh shit, we ran out of travel rations.
Well, no, they haven't had travel rations. It's good berries. They don't
Oh
have
yeah,
me with
you
them.
never had food.
They don't have good berries.
Yeah.
With me. I make Sonder have to trade something.
You guys
for
realize,
good
yeah.
berries.
I get the food. Hell
No, you have to trade something with me for the good berries.
You want to not starve to death, shithead? Give me some of your shit.
yeah. But what I do is I chop 1 foot of hemp rope and give it to her.
Ethel accepts this gift.
She takes
She
it.
likes
She gives
Ethel.
you a good berry. You eat for the day.
She's like, oh.
So Bramgrim, Ralrut, you guys don't have food.
She's
Yeah.
taking the.
You guys do not rest this night, or well, you do not. You guys are starting to starve. So, not counting the couple hours, and the night you slept first, you spent a day in here so far.
While this is happening, my beard is getting more and more thick and luscious.
Yeah, it's getting just thicker. It stops growing past a certain point, but it's just getting thicker.
Alex, where's journal entries? Is this journal entries? Oh, I was kind of just talking to myself. Is this journal entry?
Where you see the open book.
Oh.
Rules. Storyteller rules. What are you looking for?
The rest thing.
Okay.
As the days are going
know
by
what's
and the
life
hours
is.
are going by,
I don't know. What
I am running my finger along the wall, trying to identify maybe any weakness or way to get out, and that's just what I'm doing until I get tired and go to bed. And I'm doing this on the walls, the floor, the ceiling, because I can fucking go up
Yeah,
there.
roll an investigation check. Bramgrim and Ralrut, you guys do not rest this night, so you guys
Man,
slept. You guys have slept in here twice. So when you first got put in, and now a whole day has passed, so you guys sleep again. And now at this point, unless there's anything notable you guys are doing, I'm gonna start marking off days.
How many hit rest do I have? Hit dice?
Equal to your level.
Oh, I think I have 9 left.
They're
I
deeds.
remember
And they're D8s?
how the wall opened before, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, it looked like. Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
I got an 11 on the investigation check, by the way.
Don't care.
You look around.
Man, it was a 19. That's bullshit.
And just looking it
5.
over, parts of the concrete like box, they're rough, and you see almost like it may have been like, you know how when you're laying plaster, you can sort of get lines through it if you do it bad. You notice almost around the entire thing, there are like the lines. Bram, you remember the wall just opened up. It's probably some kind of magic. Make an Arcana check, Sonder.
Do I notice this at all?
I mean, if you go up to look at, you would have noticed it.
If I was
Like
sitting in the corner.
you would have noticed it while drawing on the wall. Yeah.
Can I? I don't have mana for
That is another 6 plus 1, 7. Woo, rolling good today.
Can I
Yeah,
cast,
you're not sure.
Can I cast?
That was a really low DC. Actually, yeah, Bramgrim, you would also roll Arcana on this
Can I cast?
for the same reason. Yeah.
Sorry. Wait, I noticed it, right? Yeah.
This is bullshit, dude.
Guys, 10. That was the line. That
Sonder.
was the line.
Sonder.
You did not pass the line.
Yeah, I'm listening.
What if?
Speak a little louder, though.
What if I use this spell I have called Sprout Tree, and I sprout the tree into the wall, breaks the wall?
Well, I was gonna say, how big is the room? Because I was thinking of just transforming into my large were shape and just fucking pushing as hard as I can against the
We
ceiling and
do
seeing if I can
both at
break
the
that.
same time.
All in all, you'd say the dimensions of the room maybe
I was imagining it being like maybe 7x7 cube.
it's like
5 feet.
15 by 15 feet.
Really? I got so much space. That's crazy.
It's a
Okay.
decent bit of space. It's not a ton. It's pretty boring. Sleeping on the concrete
The only
floors.
problem
I
is
painted our
we're not
bed.
gonna make any friends by breaking out. So I think I'm gonna withhold unless it's like we're in here for fucking a month.
Well, if
So-
Sonder's not going to break out of it, I'm going to take the paint palette and start painting furniture. I make a bed for me,
Alright.
not for Sonder. I make like a nice blanket, maybe some tea towels, a table.
Eliza, if you make a bed like that, I'm just gonna turn into my were shape and lay on top of you like a dog would.
And I'll
And
cast
except
light and kill
I'm
you.
10 feet tall, so like you're gonna just suffocate to death.
I'll cast light and kill your ass.
Okay, I can still grab you out of the air. I'm 10 feet tall, and it's a 15-foot tall room.
You're lucky I unlearned blight.
Well, I mean, a day's passed. You could have redone it.
No, I know. I want to try my new spells. I have other spells though. Tree one. I can cast a tree on your ass.
I mean, everyone roll a history check.
History check?
History
These
check.
monkeys are
History check.
spooky.
It's 18 for
History
me.
check. History check. No.
Joey, are you?
What'd you say, Under?
18 for me.
What is that? What did I get?
Ethel, also 18 for
Oh, I got
Ethel.
18.
You know what? I'm just gonna use the Foundry instead of D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's what it is. Yeah, we'll take a 12.
That's still pretty bad, Joey.
I know.
There's a holiday coming up in Shar.
Fucking, we're gonna get harvested again. God damn it, not this shit. If I have to climb through fucking corn
The day
mazes
passes.
of dead bodies, Alex, I'm protesting.
Another day passes. Ralrut and Bramgrim.
It's Melody all over again.
Each of you gain a point of exhaustion. You're starting to starve and get dehydrated.
Not me or Sonder.
I give Eliza another
Who?
plus 2.
Or, well,
I can
hold on.
use my hit die, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
okay.
guys are eating, so you can heal.
I mean, do we not have, like, water skins or something?
Is
Yeah,
it in
those
your
are. I mean,
Wait, no, we have the
alchemy jug. Yeah, you're
the alchemy
drinking.
jug.
Okay, yeah, you're drinking because that would have started killing you within
We
3
can make
days.
mayonnaise and eat the mayonnaise.
Listen, I mean, what needs to be done needs to be done.
Hold on. Let me.
All I know is it can make mayonnaise because Matt was super excited about that.
Let me read the alchemy jug. Hold on. Can it make
It's not a lot.
I mean, you can
It's
make
a lot of
beer,
water,
Okay.
but
So you can do that's the thing. You can do one
Beer's
thing
got
a
calories.
day. So you can like go back and forth
Yeah.
between water and mayonnaise. You guys
What? It
just
can
eating
make-
mayonnaise.
Pure coagulated fat. You just like.
Listen,
It's
you
only
know what? What needs to be done needs to be done.
It can also
Okay,
make
hold
honey.
on. So
You can
I
make
need to
honey.
think about this. So
I,
You guys-
okay, wait,
what do you
I'm
do-
Just imagining
Okay,
like
'cause
a dog
I'm
in
thinking
a tongue, just fucking laughing up a box
the
of
first
mayonnaise.
night you guys wouldn't have thought of this because you would have thought you would have gotten released. But the next day you would have given yourselves water or food.
Yeah,
water or mayo
water
first. Water first. So that's okay. 8. Are you doing fresh water or salt water? One gives you more.
Fresh water.
Okay, so you have
I know
8
salt
gallons.
probably gives more.
Okay, so then you guys don't eat that day, and then you do mayo.
Any extra water that isn't like because it's 8 gallons total. Any of the empty bottles that Ralrut has, we'll just fill those up.
Alright, what are you guys doing with your bathroom stuff? Both groups.
I'm.
Hey, listen, we have the bag of holding. We're the bag of carrying.
You guys are shitting and pissing into the bag.
Do not use my foldable pet as toilet paper. Do not. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. It's a living creature. Don't wipe your asses with the living creature. Don't do that.
On the paper it just
It's
says
not gonna like you anymore.
on the paper it just says shit asshole shit.
Don't do that, please.
I'm gonna use the
Hold on.
Alex. I'm gonna use the painting kit to paint up a little what are they called? Shit pots, chamber pots.
Latrine.
A chamber pot. Are you making
Yeah,
like?
I'm making.
Are you
bunch
doing
of
like a whole
furniture.
outhouse or like a?
No, just a little pot. But
Oh yeah,
I
your
have
place.
a bedroll, but I made
Your
a bunch
place,
of furniture.
Sonder and Ethel is starting to get a little homey. You see, she pulls out a bunch of inkwells, like a
You
fancy,
You
a
should just
fancy
draw a
like.
window into the wall.
Can I do that? I don't think so. I make physical objects. I don't make things real.
It works. Yeah, you see, she pulls open the painting
window on
kit,
the wall.
and you see, in almost 3D, in 3D space, or actually no, along the
I
2D
painted
wall,
2D and then
she
it pops
draws.
into 3D.
What furniture do you draw first?
So I was gonna do a bed, but then I remembered. Oh my god, I have a bedroll that I literally forgot. Anyway, so I get my bedroll out, but then I make a little like bed stand for it. What is it
Yeah,
called?
so you see, she
Um,
draws on the wall like a bed stand.
Is
And
that a
you're
bed
looking at
stand?
it, and
What
you're
is
like,
it called?
oh,
Bed frame? Bed
she
frame.
she drew it. Oh, she makes like a frame, and you're like, oh, that drawing looks really good. And you blink, and there's a fucking bed frame there.
And then I make a little side table. I don't make anything for you, Sonder,
Yeah, and you see
because
she's
only
drawing
gave me one piece of
furniture,
temporary.
and it's becoming physical, real furniture.
And then
You're using
I
a
draw-
lot of.
Shit,
I'll
more,
say
that's fine.
you're using a
Cross
lot
out.
of paint, by the way. This is using a lot of paint. If you're gonna be drawing like deck out the room with furniture, it's gonna be a lot.
Okay, I'll just do the. Okay, maybe I. Oh, I regret the bed frame right after I made it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
drew
fuck.
the bed frame. That's
Trying to splash water on it to see
Well,
if
couldn't we make paint out of
if
blood?
it'll go back to paint.
Wouldn't that work?
What?
Paint out of blood?
It's it's magical paint. It's not that it's just paint. It's not just paint. And then I'll make the latrine, and then
yeah. So
maybe
you guys
a
are
comfy
eating good
chair,
berries.
and that'll be
Meanwhile, Bramgrim and Ralrut are shitting and pissing into the bag of holding and eating just mayonnaise. You guys had to split up the first day. How are you Yeah, you guys are you get a gallon of mayo each. Just eat mayonnaise.
It's Juan here.
It's Juan here.
Listen, I don't think he is right now.
This is like the best part.
He's missing a lot.
Joke's on you guys. I'm gonna convince one of you guys or an NPC to turn the bag inside out.
Dude, you could go up and just cut the bag of holding and just release a tidal wave.
Actually, no.
Alright,
Good
my-
trap idea.
My
Just keep buying
image
bags
of
of
this
holding and putting shit
is
in.
Bramgrim opening up his massive fucking jaws and sticking the tub in his mouth, and his tongue is just lapping all on the inside. Like a dog eating the mayonnaise. It's just fucking scooping it down his gullet.
So, So far,
Icky,
you guys have
icky.
slept here 3 times. Bramgrim, Ralrut, you have 1 point of exhaustion. Mayo is not super nutritious. Fun fact.
Mayo is pretty nutritious.
It'll keep you
It has a pretty high caloric.
Are you fucking telling me you could survive off of just mayonnaise?
I mean, it has egg
To be
in it
fair,
and oil.
To be fair,
And
you're not going to suffer from malnutrition until a long time has passed. All you need is calories, and mayo is a great source of calories.
because it's heavy and it's egg and oil. That's all like mayo
Be
is.
fair.
And maybe one of the days we'll treat ourselves and we'll get honey.
Honey is also calorically dense.
Well, you're
It's
telling
more-
me,
I'm
you're
just
telling
more
me you had the
anti-calorie
option
than
of
mayo, so-
honey, and you went with mayonnaise first. You're like, ah.
No,
mayo-
because
mayo
depending
is-
on how
the
honey, you get
calories
way
are
less.
things.
I think they
Oh.
get 1 gallon instead of 2.
And
But
honey
also,
would make you full.
do you want to just swallow half a gallon of honey?
Do you want to swallow an entire gallon of mayo?
You want to eat an entire gallon of mayo? That's the real question.
Unless they
Look,
can survive,
I like
yeah.
mayo, but that's a
So
lot.
another night passes. Are you guys doing anything notable?
Ethel's getting scared of running out.
Well,
of
what
her
did the
paint,
window
so she's
do? I thought we
using
were
it
making a
down.
window.
No, you guys said it. You haven't you
Oh,
talked about it. You
I
haven't
made a window.
done it.
Oh.
Are you drawing a window?
Yeah.
It's a big thing. Okay.
Well, let's wait until it's nighttime. Just in case it actually
You guys
fucking
don't.
opens up.
You
Yeah,
guys
we don't
don't
know
know
when
the
it's
time
nighttime.
anymore.
Okay,
You've
well, we're
lost
gonna wait
track.
until we're tired.
Okay.
Because then by
Yes.
the time we're tired, it should have been a couple hours later.
Okay. So the 4th time you guys would have gone to sleep. You guys start getting tired. Ethel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go over to the far wall away from my bed. And take out my paint. I'm trying to find my pencil. My good one.
Mhm.
Take out my paint. Still declare that I won the tic-tac-toe from a couple days ago. I'm sure we've been arguing about that.
Draw a small window first. We don't want to make like one that's super big and it
I'll
doesn't
draw
fucking do
people.
anything.
I'll draw
Just-
people.
She draws
Draw,
a
like-
window with just the prison windows with the bars across it.
Like how bad? With
Yeah.
your hand.
I'd probably be like this big, just like a peek an eye through.
I can't see. Okay.
But the first time I draw it that small, it's like Sonder's telling me, draw it small so that's not obvious, and I'm like, fuck you, I don't want to waste my paint.
That would help you not waste paint if I'm telling you to draw it small.
I know, I'm saying the reason I'm drawing it small isn't because I care about getting caught, it's because I'm like, my paint is gone.
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking put all this furniture in my bag of holding when we're done.
So she just draws like a black circle, or like not a black circle. She does like a little black outline, almost like there's a cut, like a cylindrical cut into the wall. And you guys look away, and you see like just a chunk of like concrete in the ring disappears, and like a little like the concrete gets loose. You almost think you could push it out.
I pull it out instead of pushing it out.
Right. You go to pull it out, and you get it out maybe a centimeter before you hear like the stone start shifting, and it gets stuck. And the stone starts almost becoming liquid as the like cylinder you're holding just melds back into the wall.
Dinner's done.
So, we can't make a window?
You did. You cut out the little piece of concrete,
But
and you see as the stone gets shifted like that, you see new marks, like fresh lines.
Wait, so we can see through it?
Some kind of make an Arcana check again, Sonder. You couldn't see through it. You didn't get the stone fully out.
So do I have to
That is a
draw-
9. It's a DC like fucking 10, and I
Yes,
can't get past
yes.
10. God fucking damn it!
This is very, very low basic magic stuff. Like,
My character's just a moron. He's just like, huh. Okay.
yeah,
Go
you guys
piss in the pot now.
go piss in the pot. Yeah. So that night does pass. So you guys have slept here 4 times.
Literally, I got to go pee.
Bramgrim and Ralrut. Unless you guys are you guys doing anything? Anyone? No takers?
Nope.
Another night.
Another day, another Starbeam!
Nothing? At this
This
point,
monkey
you
is
guys,
hearing me.
you guys have been in here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys have been in here for 6 nights.
Cute.
You feel like shit, Bramgrim. Everything you eat, aside from what you drink, everything you've eaten. I mean, you guys can make beer. I assume at some point you guys would have just gotten fucking bored.
Yeah.
Ralrut would have gotten bored and just imbibed. You guys,
I've been like, you know what? I don't like doing it, but sure.
let's get fucked up.
Ugh, past
They
the
finally
time.
come back.
Do you guys
to them.
just get blasted in your little box?
Yeah.
You guys
Guards
just
finally come back for them, and I'm just like, oh no,
you just
don't.
holding the bag carrying.
like, hey, hold the bag, and you hold it, and he's like, Ralrut is like drunk at this point, and he goes to like aim for the bag, but it gets like over the rim of the bag and on the floor. A little gets on your finger and you drop it. Like, what the fuck?
It's like the one scene in South Park with the shit
That's the
bucket,
thing, though.
And
He's a-
Bramgrim's trying to hold it for him and collect his shit, but he's just
He's a
everywhere.
go, and that's the thing. You're trying to look away because like I mean, I'd assume you'd want to look away, but you can hear it. The pressure is insane for a Goliath, for being so big. Like, the pressure's just it's just it sprays over the wall, and you're just what the fuck.
A fucking pressure washer in your mouth? What the fuck is that?
You guys, so it's been 6 days. At this point, I would say you guys have gotten a point of exhaustion. Your first one. This would have been the first one at this point. You're starting to get real sick. Like this, I would say you guys are poisoned pretty much. You're not eating good. Like, you're alive,
What do you mean?
but
they're
you're not
eating
you're
good?
not eating good.
They're
You guys are
having
fine.
mayo.
It's okay. I'm immune to
Mayo.
poison and disease.
Mayo and honey. Well, yeah,
Mayo.
poisoned in that you're sick.
I
Oh
know,
yeah,
I know. I'm
you're just sick to your stomach. Like you guys let out the 2 gallons of mayo from the alchemy jug, and you want to vomit just looking at it. Like, just
Godspeed, brother.
you have to force it down. You're just like just fistfuls of mayo. Yeah, because you guys wouldn't have utensils. You'd be using your hands to eat mayonnaise. The room has gotten very oily in the past week.
I mean, I assume there's like that we would have like a mess kit or something.
Yeah.
Just like a
Or,
simple kit of like.
Bro, a mess
yeah.
kit is used to clean up messes.
No, like a
shut up.
fucking...
You know what I'm talking about.
That wasn't. I was.
No, like
Like,
a
just
mess... Like a...
Like a
I forgot what
mess.
they're called.
It's used to clean up messes. It's
No, like
a
an
mess
eating kit, essentially.
Okay, so I did some research. Eating mayonnaise, it would take about 3 months to get serious health problems just eating mayonnaise, because there's no fiber, there's no protein, and there's very little magnesium.
There
So
is
scurvy
protein
would set in
there's
and within
egg in it.
3 months.
Scurvy
But
is
within a
terrible.
week, you would have diarrhea because there's no fiber, and
Yes.
you're just gonna be shitting liquid out.
That's what's happening.
So I guess that could be the poison.
Yeah, you guys are just shitting. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying mess kit.
you guys
Fuck
are
you, Eliza.
you guys are just spraying into the bag of holding at this point. This day has not been fun. Your seventh night passes, and Ethel and Sonder. At this point, I'd assume both of you have beds. A bit of furniture, a chair.
I didn't make him a bed.
Oh.
He's been sitting
And
on
every
the
single
ceiling.
night, I turn into my wear shape and curl up on her legs. Except I'm a fucking 8-foot tall bundle with
I'm
fur.
like, get the
playing.
fuck off of me.
What the hell are you gonna do? Push me off?
That's true. No, she has grasping vine. She could use a vine and just
Every night,
yank
I'm
you.
like, I'm not fucking giving you any good berries tomorrow.
Ow!
And then
we're in a stone
All right.
enclosure that like that melds itself to
The
stop
vines
magic.
come from me, Oliver, not from the well, it can come from the atmosphere, but anyway. But every single night, I'm like, I'm not getting any more fucking good berries tomorrow, okay? And then in the morning, he's like, I have
I'll give you more rope.
and I'm like,
You keep giving her for every good berry. You've been giving her a foot of hemp rope.
Okay, so it's been 7 days. So
You
I
see-
have 43 feet left.
You see, she's just braiding shit out of it.
no, I'm separating the fibers, and I'm like, look, so fluffy.
So at one point,
I can make
Bramgrim,
candles.
you feel on the 7th day, you feel a tingle in the back of your head, and you hear a voice, just like the same envoy from the Vanguard that that returned you guys back home from the Elden
Didn't I
Reaches.
take the stone? I kind of forgot about that. But
No,
wasn't
it's
I the one
just-
who took it?
This is something else. Oh yeah, I will get to
Oh.
that. And you hear the you hear the voice just say to you, Bramgrim. Auric wanted to check. Hold on, I need to count. Auric wanted to check in. How is the mission going? Are you in Athedon? Have you spoken with the leadership?
Are you
Is
guys
everyone is everyone still alive?
Ah. You shouldn't have dead yet.
Everyone is alive in Athedon now, in a holding cell. That's 10.
Mhm.
It's 25.
Yeah.
Don't know how long this will take.
Hate
Eating
mayonnaise.
This is
This is
Shitting diarrhea.
pretty bad situation here. Goodbye. Fuck Ark.
All right. You
And that
hear,
Ark was 26 and 27th, so it didn't set.
yeah, so that fuck arc doesn't go through. Another night passes, in which early in the morning, or actually, you guys don't know time. Sometime in your sleep, Sonder, you
That's early in the
feel
morning,
the
you said it.
stone start buzzing, and it wakes you up.
You just got a letter. You just got a letter. You just got
Like
a
it's
letter.
almost vibrating
Wonder who it's from.
in your bag.
You're cutting out. What did you say? I'm assuming in the stone. You're
Yeah,
cutting
in your
out.
sleep, the stone is vibrating.
I put it in my ass. No, I'm sorry. No. Okay. So I just pull it out and start fiddling with it in order to try and make it stop. Like I'm just like waking up like fuck.
you hear
I'm,
in
fucking shaking it.
you hear in your head like Morvorex's voice, the one Steel Dragon.
Mordecai.
Yeah, more. You hear. Sonder, is everything all right? we
There's no,
heard.
okay, there's
we
no
heard
limit on
from-
words, right?
You don't know. But you just hear. You hear. We heard from Bramgrim that you're in some kind of holding cell. Have you been in there for the entire week? Did you, for the past week and a half? Where are you? What's
I'm
going
fine.
on?
I'm with Ethel. She's making me eat berries, and I'm pretty good. But we're still stuck in this cage. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm not with the entire group. It's just me and Ethel. We're in a separate holding cell with no way to see anyone. It's just thick, solid walls of concrete. So, yeah.
Alright. And at this point, I'd assume you guys aren't all still kitted up. Like, after a couple days, you would kind of just taken your gear. I mean, you need to take your gear off to sleep, but are you guys getting, like, geared up every morning still?
No.
I mean,
Ramsey's just
I don't
in
really
his
have
commoner's
gear
clothes.
besides my clothes.
Yeah, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 9th night passes. God, you guys are getting so bored.
Not Ethel. She's got her doodle.
Oh yeah, Ethel's just going crazy. The walls are completely covered up in drawings. At the end of the 10th time you guys rest, Sonder, you see all of the walls are seemingly completely clean, and they're all completely covered in fresh marks. So all your work has been scrubbed.
When you say marks, are you saying like you're talking the lines,
The
or are you
lines.
talking about the doodles that she's been doing? Okay, the
Oh,
lines.
I thought you meant that I watched him.
I kind of like brush my hands over him again, kind of remark at the clean visage, and make an Arcana check and see if I can fucking finally do this.
Make investigation and Arcana.
Okay. That
Oh
is
shit! If Juan were here,
21
he'd
for
probably
investigation.
try doing Echo Avatar.
I kind
Probably.
of forgot about that.
Would you have
21
let
for
him do that?
investigation.
After like
Oh
the
yeah, I
third day,
forgot.
sure.
We did. I forgot. Juan and I decided that Echo Avatar can't go through solid objects anymore. Hell. I forget. Yeah, we talked about that a while
Right,
ago.
21 for investigation, and then Arcana. Come on, come on. Fucking 4. Fuck.
With that investigation check, you notice like, in some of the stone, you're noticing not necessarily imperfections, but almost small glints, like shines. And you notice there, within the like concrete mixed in, there are some like shining yellow crystals, like specks.
I lick the wall.
And you you lick it, you cut your tongue on one of them. It's, oh fuck, I'm bleeding a little bit. They're not necessarily. It almost
I
looks
health
like
potion immediately.
in the concrete mix. It seems like there are some of those like Sybaris dragon shards, like the same that were on that platform, the same that were on all of the Athedonians' armor. Like this place seems to be heavily reliant on those.
I mean, I don't
crystals.
think I would even know what Sybaris dragon shards are. I'm just been looking for my brother. And...
No, as part of, I mean, just living in Eberron, everyone knows what the dragon shards are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like knowing what a diamond is. Except these are magical, so more people would probably know about dragon shards than diamonds. At this point,
Question.
yes.
Would these messages even be able to reach us? Doesn't the dome stop anything like that?
It doesn't stop messages. It stops like
The
divination stuff.
scrying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Joey.
So, another 4 days. Or, well, days. And eventually,
That's 14 in total.
about. Until eventually,
Like, hey, just every day after that, I'm just gonna take the sword out and then just like go through like different sets of swings, like
Ralrut.
just coming up with
do you indulge Ralrut
like a
and
sword kata. No.
Alright. Do you indulge Ralrut and train with him? Or fight him?
No. Wait, every day can I just use 5 points on both of us to cure our stomach sickness of the lay on hands?
Yeah, you still shit out water, but you don't feel bad.
Hell yeah.
Won't their bungholes be ablaze?
Yeah, but the lay on hands fixes that. So,
Mm-hmm.
eventually, Bramgrim and Ralrut, very early in the morning, like you guys are woken up to this like light immediately hits you guys, and you feel just the same nets just shoot onto both of you as you're just like
Thank God.
laying in your summer quarters immediately, and you see the Athedonians who came in, unlike those standing sentinels you saw outside. They have under their helmets some kinds of bandanas as they come in, and they like a handful of them, like 2 of them are holding on to you guys, and the rest are sort of looking around. They're just like, oh my god. Or in Draconian, you just hear, oh my god. Why is everything so oily? And
Listen, you guys want to survive off mayonnaise for 2 weeks?
and one of the guys who's
Dickheads.
one of the guards is also like, yeah, you guys would have had 2 exhaustion points at this point, but they look at you guys and they're like, and one of the guys just out of nowhere pipes up and is just like, well, they also had some honey.
Sure, that was very nice.
And you see, like, out from the light, eventually Arthel walks through, just the black dragonborn, and looks down at the 2 of you, and just says, "Oh my god, Bramgrim, mayonnaise."
I mean, do you guys usually not have people in here? Like, what if we had no source of food?
What the fuck?
He looks at you and he says, well, he doesn't actually reply to that. He just looks at you and says, God, you know, there were other things in that, right? Like, you could have, I don't know, drank more. That's what I would have done, God. So, well,
Nah.
well, we've got a bit of questions for both of you. You see, they start dragging you out, and he says, don't worry, we're gonna go get your friends as well. They did significantly better than the 2 of you. And they...
All thanks to me.
I mean, kinda, yeah. And you see, they sort of walk off. They start dragging you guys out, and you get pulled out into just, like, another blank, like, it's a blank concrete, like, corridor. Just complete, like, a very long corridor. And you see a handful of the guards walk over to another another just spot in the wall, and you see one of the Athedonian like guards who you, Bramgrim, recognize as one of the Saval clan, a bronze dragonborn, just start like moving their hands and with some sort of spell start reshaping the wall until like a doorway appears. And Ethel and Sonder, you guys as well are shot with are just shot. They gun you down. No,
I'm just in my mind on all the sovereign hosts. If I get any kind of reputation here, I'm gonna beat the shit off every single guard that imprisoned us here. I don't care.
Grim, the mayonnaise breath.
Yeah, you guys smell like shit. You have not been able to... Have you guys been using water to shower? Or bathe at all? Like, clean yourselves?
I mean, I guess a little bit. You
would have had the cleansing stone.
Using my paper pet to wipe your asses, right?
Yes,
You guys
Sonder.
can use salt water to bathe with, and regular water.
Sonder, you guys have
See that?
you guys would have had Ethel's cleansing stone.
No,
You
they
had
wouldn't-
food from her.
Yeah.
You guys are clean. You're just chilling.
Hey, who said I'm sharing with him?
Yeah, you're a
Oh.
freeloader.
You gotta give me shit.
You know
Yeah.
thing.
What else you got, bitch?
Hey, I gave her rope. It was fair.
Oh yeah, he would have given you. He would have
I
offered
like
you
the
rope
rope.
for that. Yeah.
I can
14
use it
feet
to
of
make
rope.
candles. Just tiny segments of it, though.
Yeah, a foot.
Hey,
You have
foot.
14 1-foot chunks of rope. That I'm assuming you would have braided into a ton of crazy shit.
Nah, I'm saving them to make candles. You whore.
All right, I am back. What have I missed?
A lot.
You guys
I've
have
had a
the
lot
entire
of mayonnaise.
arc.
You've missed
It's
so
over.
much.
We were just prisoners. We had
Hold
our
on,
whole
Eliza,
prisoner
stop.
arc.
Yeah. Jesus.
Our whole prisoner arc.
So Ralrut, you guys have been sitting in these cells for 14 days now.
Bruh.
You and Bramgrim have had no food, so you've been surviving off of literally just mayonnaise and honey from the alchemy jug.
Let's go.
You guys have been having to piss and shit inside of the a bag of carrying. You guys got drunk one night only. Bramgrim was only willing to drink one night, and you pissed all over the floor, his hands, and like him in general.
Why his hand?
He was holding the bag of carrying for you. And you missed and pissed on him a little bit. It got weird, but it's okay.
Ralrut Kelly.
Honestly, Robert Kelly. Hey, actually, R. Kelly.
R. Zarkner.
Oh
Wait,
my
what
god. So, okay, what the?
So eventually, yeah, you guys are dead sick. Like, for the past week, you guys have been just shitting water because there's no fiber in the mayo. It's not nutritious at all.
It's nutritious. We talked
So,
about
are
that.
we
It's
allowed
not
to make something
nutritious.
else?
Yeah, I was asking is there. Yeah, you can make honey. The only food is honey mayonnaise.
You can make oil.
You could have
can make-
eaten oil.
You can make fresh water, salt water, vinegar, wine, beer.
I'm pretty sure there's other.
You guys could have made poison. That would have been helpful. You could have had some.
There's
poison.
probably like some
Yeah.
fiber in. And okay, listen. There's some fiber in certain animal piss.
Where are you
I don't know
getting
what.
that from?
Oh no, it's deer. I think deer piss has some amount of fiber in it.
Why would you have deer?
You can't just make a random liquid.
Why
It's
would
a
you know
set-
that?
It's a set
Good
liquid.
question.
Yeah, it's from 8 set liquid.
Oh.
So,
Hold on, actually, can I see something really quick?
who wants to Google that?
Hold on, because I can change my spells as a paladin, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I.
I will say, you wouldn't know, if you haven't done it up until now, you didn't think about it. You guys have been miserable.
How high is the cell?
It's 15 by 15 feet, solid concrete. 15 by 15
And
by
is-
15.
Is there an opening at the very top or not?
No,
No.
there's nothing. It's completely flat concrete.
Then you get like high percentage.
Yeah, I don't even have anything. That's a shame.
That's why I said I wanted to buy some rations. Son of a bitch.
Too bad you guys
Yeah.
don't have me and my good berries.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I didn't assume that we'd be thrown into a jail cell for 14 days and they wouldn't give you
You
anything.
gotta be like me, expecting the worst.
Like, you'd think there'd be some kind of protocol.
So, are you saying that to Arthel? So now you guys are getting pulled out after 2 weeks. You guys are oily as hell. You smell like shit, and you see.
Yeah, you know what?
You see
I'm
Ethel
bitching.
and Sonder get pulled out, and they're pristine. They're clean.
Cleaner than before.
Yeah, they're
I'm
just.
bitching and draconic.
What do you say?
I'm just complaining.
You see,
That's all you need to know. I'm just complaining.
Arthel just says, "Yeah, we know," and he almost like seems a little annoyed, and he shoots one of the things around your mouth. And he starts dragging you guys until eventually you guys get pulled
We're gonna
out of.
complain with it muffled.
Just you guys get pulled to the end of a corridor where again it's opened up, and you're thrown out into what looks to be like a very nice, like actually decorated, non-just concrete room, where you see there's a bunch of just Dragonborn waiting around. You see two Dragonborn seemingly on either side of where this door opens up, and you guys are pulled down. And Arthel is just leading the way and sort of just starts greeting people, like, hellos, so on. It's almost like you guys... It's almost like the whole layout, it's kind of almost like a police station. And you guys are being pulled out of the cells. And so you guys start getting taken towards what look to be other concrete walls, where all four of you are now separated, as they open doors and throw you guys inside. But you do see inside of the room there is a table and 2 chairs in each room, where each of you is left with 2 guards each, and then some sort of uniformed, like you haven't seen, not armored, but uniformed, seemingly spellcaster, who sits down at the other side of the table. And Arthel goes into your room, Bramgrim, and he undoes, like, all of the restraints and everything are undone on you guys, except for you're now, like, magically manacled to the chair and to the table. And all of you are pretty much told the same things, but for Bramgrim specifically, Arthel says, "Alright, Bramgrim, we've got some questions to ask you," or, well, not necessarily questions to ask you. We've got answers.
Can I get some proper food first, please? I'm feeling a little faint.
We'll get to it. Alright, you're gonna get food.
Just shit the chair. Shit the chair.
Just a pool of wet. Yeah, you guys weren't in your armor either, so you're just pulled out like just yourselves in your commoner's clothes.
Oh, no.
So it would just water down the chair. And you guys, he sits you down and he just says, "We'll get you food in a bit. Hold on." He says, "We don't necessarily have questions to ask you, but this fine gentleman," and you see he points over to like the spellcaster, "they've got some answers to pull from you." And you see they start setting up like a bit of a ritual. And for all of you, this one spellcaster starts casting something towards you guys. Are any of you going to try resisting this spell, or are you just going to let it happen?
I'm gonna resist it.
I'll try to resist it just for
Get me out,
shits and
read my
giggles.
memories or whatever you want to do. Just get me out of here and some proper food. Don't care. Skip.
Damn, Julie.
You know what? Sure, let's just skip. Let's just skip. Sure,
Not
he's
skip.
right.
Resisting. Bunch of sims for this spellcast.
Let me look at this. I forgot what the spell was called. Detect
Your mom.
memory. I don't remember. Whatever. Spell exists. So I would say. So Ethel, you're resisting.
Ish.
Make a
Upon
wisdom.
hearing
Make a wisdom
Bramgrim
saving throw.
saying like "read my mind" or whatever.
Oh no,
I'll
you guys
relax
are
and-
all in separate rooms.
Oh,
You got thrown
Okay,
off in the separate rooms. Are you resisting?
am I with Ethel?
No, you guys are all separate. They put you all into
We're
4
all
individual
separate?
rooms. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not resisting though.
All right. Ralrut, roll a wisdom save. Is Juan here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, make a wisdom save. All right, so Bramgrim, you immediately tell they are doing detect thoughts. That's what it's
Nat
fucking
20.
called. You resist it, and they
You
say,
know what? Can I focus on a thought to push it to the forefront of what they read?
I gotta.
You can try.
I'm just gonna.
I'm
Make
gonna
a-
I'm gonna
think
try-
of those
I'm
2
just-
weeks. I'm gonna
Make
think of
a-
those 2 weeks inside the spell.
Make a general charisma check.
I'm gonna be thinking of a penis.
Have you ever
Penis
seen
in the
the
forefront of my mind.
23.
The person just, fuck you. Like, they say that, and they start probing deeper into your mind.
Have you ever seen the video of the retarded horse? The
Okay, listen.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
not use the R word on recording.
Yeah,
You
that's what I was gonna
idiot.
think.
Small brain.
They start, so it doesn't work the first time, they try again. Are you just gonna continuously resist?
I got a 13.
Who are you talking to?
Are you just gonna keep resisting? Because they're
Oh.
just gonna keep trying.
I thought you were asking me.
I mean, I'm gonna keep on resisting as long as I can, just so it's funny. So they
Make
can be like,
another
what the
wisdom
fuck?
save. Or yeah, keep making wisdom saves then.
All right, 16,
Oh, you fail that one.
9.
You fail the first one.
For the first one, can I at least think about me banging the hot GF, internet GF I did one time?
I'm just like,
I'll change it from the silly horse to banging the hot internet GF that Ralrut had.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
gonna
I wanna
think
see
of-
the reaction.
I'm gonna think of the one time Ilrith sucked up the sword that like kind of collapsed in itself.
alright. So yeah, they're starting to read through all of you. Ethel, you succeed, but they keep trying. Are you gonna keep resisting?
yes.
Keep rolling wisdom saves. Click on that and then see.
So what does the interrogator think?
You fail immediately. They don't say anything. They just are reading, and then eventually they all step out. You guys are left to wait again. You're like, oh god, no. Until after maybe half an hour, Bramgrim, you hear in your ear from the blade, they're going to kill you because of me.
That's okay. At least you won't be able to touch anyone else.
I won't be gone, you know that, right?
That's okay. I've accepted it at this point.
The mayonnaise has broken my spirit.
Yeah.
Doesn't mayonnaise have some type of protein? Like, oh,
Because of egg.
We
Yeah,
googled it. It has
fiber.
very little protein.
what about fiber?
No fiber.
No
No.
fiber at all. That's why you guys are shitting your brains out.
Yeah, so they, eventually, the sword just speaks to you again, Bramgrim. It says, don't you want to get out of here? They haven't treated you well.
Yeah, but you don't treat me that well either. So, you know.
And you hear the sword just, what do you mean? I've kept you alive. I've let you fight with my power.
Yeah, but you're a bit of a dick.
Skull and bones.
Yeah, but a dick who
Bramgrim loses
doesn't,
the weapon.
a dick who doesn't make you shit in a bag and eat mayonnaise for 2 weeks. A dick who
True,
keeps you
true.
alive. Who's kept you alive. Here's what you know, Bramgrim. These people have kicked you out half a decade ago. And frankly, they're about to execute you. Whereas I, before even having gotten to know you, brought you back to life, and since then have just given you my power to use. Now, I don't think I've done too much as payment for that.
Well, I mean, if I do get executed, it's because of you.
You accepted the deal. You wanted to live. And so did I.
It's a little better than death.
Well, look, to be completely transparent with you, while I, as an individual entity, will die if you die, the other half of me will live on, but, you know, I'd still like to live myself. Our lives are connected to Bramgrim. I can help you get out of here. All you have to do is just let me take the proverbial reins for a bit.
No, thank you. I promised Ralrut I wouldn't.
Didn't he piss all over you?
Hey, he's a drunk bastard, but you gotta love him.
Tried.
What did I miss, man? What the hell?
He's physically scarred you once, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I guess I'm loyal to a fault. He's also saved my life many times.
And there's just an immediate shift. It's like, alright, we'll do it my way. Make a strength saving throw.
18.
You immediately feel all of your scales just lock up. It's just the sword activates itself, and you start feeling them try to pull on the magic binding you, and you are just barely, mostly like partially you, but especially because of the already being restrained, you're just barely managing to hold yourself down. and the sword is just pulling on you, and it says, "Don't you understand? Do you want to live? I can get us out of here. We don't have to die."
And then what? We leave this room? You think we're just going to be able to walk out? And then what about the rest of them?
The rest of them? Look, Bramgrim. They'll probably just do to them what they've done to you before. Wipe their memories and send them out. You, they will kill. They will kill because you have me. We are one now. You are a living vessel to the enemy they loathe so much. You die, they live. We can survive with them. You can meet back up with them if you'd like. But if you don't let me get us out of here, you are dead. And so am I.
I would rather die than give you control willingly.
Make another strength save. You start. It hasn't broken out, but at this point you've lost control, and it's now just your body is just pulling on the magic restraints and trying to tear itself out of them.
Do I recognize him getting controlled again?
You're not in there.
You're not in the
We're
room. You guys are like all in individual interrogation rooms. At this point, for the rest of you, guards are starting to open up one by one, or starting to. Actually, I'll roll. See who's getting gotten first. Sonder, your door opens up and they look towards you and they say, "Alright. From what we've seen, you seem to be the most innocent out of all of them. You do not have to die, but you cannot stay."
I'm not leaving without my friends, though.
And then you see the guard standing in the doorway says, "Well, you'll leave with most of them," and with the capture device just shoots a net over you and starts dragging you out into the main doorway. And you see, unfortunate or fortunate, depending on what you think, Bramgrim, your door now opens up as immediately guards see you tearing on the chains and just start going in, and they
Can
start
I call
shouting.
out at all, or do I have no control?
You can. It's just most of your body is. I'd say make a strength check.
Just a normal strength check.
Yeah.
Do I see him at all while I'm being dragged out in the hallway?
19.
With your perception, yeah. So you can speak. You hear immediately a struggle as guards start to flow into the room, and you
Please,
see like
help.
20.
you see the shadowy form of Bramgrim, just like you see Bramgrim in his like full shadow form trying to break out of their chains. They hear you and they either disregard it or like think this is how they're helping, but they start hitting you and just. Yeah.
Do I recognize? I got a 20. I'm assuming you said I saw him. I would.
Yeah, you see this.
Okay.
And
Do I recognize this as what happened last time with the other sword when I had to grapple him? Alright, so I shout out saying he's lost control. He's not himself. He's lost control.
all right. They just start beating on you, Bramgrim, and immediately you hear the sword say to you, "You should have just let me go. You know what happens when people tend to get angry around you." And it's at this point you're noticing a bit of a red glow emanating from yourself. Stop it!
Sucks for them.
Stop!
Do I have my horse lost?
Someone should have sent the memory out of that. What happened when?
What did they know about this?
I mean,
Seen
what
the
did they know?
crystal, I assume.
When I sent the memory of the sword coming back into Ilrith's hand.
Yeah.
couldn't that have been like the whole event where
Make
like 'cause
a-
right before that happened, I was grappling them.
Make a persuasion check. Both of you.
I have a +0, so I just have to roll well. That is an 18.
18.
So they
Nice.
start beating on you, Bramgrim. But then they're like hearing
Oh wait,
you
no,
guys.
I have a +4, like 22. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, they start hearing you guys shout out, but then some of the other guards also start going, whoa, 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 wait. And they're all starting to shout out, and immediately you just hear a bunch of, like, the two guards in your room, Bramgrim, they almost immediately start, they start turning around and, like, drawing weapons. And one of them goes to, like, start breaking, or, like, release you from the magical chains as just a bunch of capture devices are set off and these guards are starting to get apprehended. Thankfully non-violently, as just a bunch of the guards are just like pointing their capture devices at each other and like just shouting like, "Are you angry?" essentially, and just like everyone's just standing off staring at each other. Everyone gets pulled out into the main room until eventually from the back of the room, you just hear someone shout very loudly in a familiar voice, Bramgrim, "Just stop!" As you see a gleaming, I believe, golden dragonborn just steps through the like the one big doorway in this room. And you recognize the visage of your father, Vorkrath.
I'm just gonna look at him with sad eyes. I'm not even gonna say anything. Some father.
Bramgrim does puppy dog eyes, just like, "Please stop hating
While
me."
being all greasy too. He's doing puppy dog eyes and his mouth's all shining from eating the mayonnaise and that stuff.
Yeah, you're very shiny, Bramgrim.
It looks nice. Good for the skin.
Yeah, and
The scales.
he starts going down, and immediately all of you feel like a calmness kind of go over you as he seemingly casts some spell. And as he does that, you are still like pulling against your chains, but he comes by and starts like seemingly a dome of just golden and silver light starts just enwrapping you, and just you watch as the silver scales start to the black scales start to retract as you go back to your golden form. And he looks towards like just the entire room and looks down towards you. Just says, "Bramgrim, we said not to return until the blade was cleansed."
You think I wanted to be here right now?
Well, why are you here?
I'm sure that they told you about the memories, about the Rakshasa attacking the Vanguard. Listen, even if you don't want to, we need your help.
I know. And you see, he looks frustrated, and he just looks, and he says, "I know of the mission. I understand the gravity. We have people working on it. But why?" And he's like, at this point, you don't even think he's talking to the group. He's looking at you. And you're still chained up. And he looks at you, like down at you. Just says, "But why are you back?"
Listen, if you don't want me here, let the rest of them go and fucking kill me.
He looks down at you. He says, "It's not what I want to do. But you've brought this."
Yeah, you wanna take care of me now? You took care of Elreth, who I didn't even know about. Then somehow she got captured. You're the reason why she's cursed. I hope you realize that.
And he just like slams his fist on the table. He says, "You would have met her when you came back without this, and he like points down to the handle of the blade, and you see the crystal starts trying to glow again, but he immediately just starts pushing back with his own the calming magic that he did on the whole room, but seemingly concentrated. And he like shouts back to some of the guys, seemingly just, "Get some of our hex breakers. We've got a pretty big problem here." And he turns back to you. He says,
Hey, just a side note, ask him if you could do the same thing on Ralrut, please.
I tried to find a blacksmith. I tried to get it purified. But I had to do what I had to do. I had to become the core of the weapon. Otherwise, you'd be looking at a grave, not your son. Or is that all you care about?
he says, what do you mean? And I mean, you know, generally they can't go like super far back with the memories.
Yeah.
They could, but they didn't spend that amount of time with you. So he looks genuinely like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, still angry, but what the fuck are you on about?
We were in a town inside the Reaches. It was attacked by some more Rakshasa. And you want to know, from my understanding, I was dead. Decapitated, huh?
He looks at you and he says, How
You think I wanted this? You think I wanted to be more in debt into this fucking sword?
He looks down at you and he says, make a persuasion check, actually. That's a big persuasion check.
Fuck, dude. I don't want this anymore. Please. Just help me.
You do know you have forceful presence, by the way, because you have been resting.
You know what? I might as well. Sure. 25.
I mean, that's significantly better. A 3 up to a fucking 16. Okay. He looks down at you and he just says, Bramgrim. God. We could have waited. We could have sent... He just sort of pauses. He like looks away and sort of just turns and puts his hand in his gauntlet and he says, "We need to deal with this before any talks of any sort of aid, any sort of diplomatic mission. We deal with this first. Not only did you bring this hex in through you, but in through your sister and that crystal."
Don't you dare. Don't you dare put that blame onto me.
All I'm saying is that you brought her, and we need to deal with it. It happened. We can put that behind us, but it happened now, and we need to deal with it before it spreads. He looks at you, and he like looks down to the hilt, and he says, and like he's looking over to the manacles, like he's going over to release you, but he pauses and he says, "You think you can hold it off?"
I don't know anymore. Please just don't. Just keep me bound up. I don't want to hurt anyone.
See, he reaches for one. He grabs, like, without saying anything, just takes one of the capture devices from one of the other guys and just puts more, like, bola strips on you. Another one on your forearms, another big one on your biceps, and then like 2 on the legs, lower and upper. And you see at this point the other group comes in and he says, "We're gonna take you somewhere. We're gonna take all of you into Athedon. Can they be trusted?"
I would put everything I own on them.
And he sort of chuckles a bit. He says, and you can
You're lagging. What's up?
he almost chuckles a little bit, and he says, "But not your actual gold, though." You see, almost in reference to you not sending them to Sharn with your gold, and you can almost immediately tell from the way he's speaking, they've been watching you. At the very least.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. You're breaking
yeah.
a little bit.
So you get the sense from what he's saying and how he's speaking. They've been watching you to some extent.
I'm back.
Can you hear me, Joey?
Is it just me, or is Alex lagging really bad?
Alex is lagging really bad.
Yeah, he's breaking up.
I will be right back.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. Oh, shut up.
Hello.
Yeah,
Eliza.
you were lagging. Eliza wasn't. That just was
It's
weird.
because I'm perfect.
Alright, does that sound better?
Say no.
Yeah, I mean,
So you essentially
as you said that, I jumped a little bit, but it's fine.
you essentially get the sense that they've been watching you.
Yeah.
And so he looks over towards the rest of the group. He says, "Round them all up. We're taking them to the spire." And all of you guys start getting all of you guys are released from nets and are now just like manacled around the magically manacled around the arms, or the hands and the arms. And they start dragging you out into the actual city of Athedon. Where, is there anything else you're gonna speak to your father about? Or say anything? As you guys are making this walk?
Not right now. No, I'm just gonna like stare down in silence, I guess.
Alright. And as he walks you guys walk out from seemingly underneath the ground. This whole like complex was, you guys get led up a bunch of stairs until eventually like the ceiling gets opened up and you guys walk out into like just a bigger, much bigger circular room, until which you recognize, Bramgrim. It's the very base of, oh geez, I wrote this down somewhere, but I forgot where I wrote it. Ruh-roh.
Where are we right now? I have the Athedon thing open up right now.
I think it's the spire. You're at the base of the spire, I think. I'm just finding the name.
Yeah, I
spire.
fucking wrote the name down somewhere. Did I not write that down? I thought I did. Oh,
Over
no.
like there's a building known as the Rector's Landing.
The
Unless you're talking-
Rectum's Landing.
Director's Landing is
Yeah.
like the whole little island in the middle of the lake. It's called the Hallowed Spire. There we go. The Hallowed
okay.
Spire. So you recognize this. It is the tallest tower in Athedon. It lies over the progenitor meteorites. Which, you know what that is. Yeah, you read the thing. It lies over the progenitor meteorites, and it generates the Sybaris Dome. And you recognize it's also where all of the council lives, where a lot of high-ranking officials live, where you used to live for a time before you left. And so it's familiar. And he starts leading you up a lot of winding stairs until eventually you sort of go towards where all the residential areas are, but you go past them towards like the security, like where the guards places are, and eventually back towards where there seem to be some kinds of cells. But you walk past them as well until eventually at the end of like another seemingly like police station built into, I guess is the closest thing I could say, built into the side of the hallowed spire. You guys are led to this big, like 20 feet tall set of double doors with a massive lock in the front of them. And Vorkrath just looks towards all of you and says, all of you, until we can figure out a way to deal with this cursed blade. And at some point along this walk, I will say, I forgot to say, the Crimson Crystal was taken from you.
Didn't he eat it?
Good. I don't want it anymore.
The Crimson Crystal was taken from you.
But didn't he eat it?
Who eat it?
Bramgrim.
No, he said he would have eaten it if he was gonna die or something. But he says, all of you will stay in this room in Athedon until we figure out how to deal with this cursed blade. For your sake, Bramgrim. For the sake of Ilreth. For the sake of all of Athedon and the many people the glorious city will save.
Wait. What
Yeah.
if I ask my father, the leader of the Herd of Shadows, maybe he could help deal with the blade somehow? Maybe he heard of the legendary blacksmith as well.
Make a persuasion check.
It's a chance. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, die. Don't fail me now. Not good, not great either. 14?
He looks to you and he says, you are son of Delrut.
Yeah. Yes. I am Ralrut, Zarkner.
And what is your honorific?
Well, formerly having received one from my grandfather, I was given Everbearer. So Ralrut Zarkner, the Everbearer.
We will verify this with the herd. That could be a good lead. You will all be kept in this magical chamber. You'll be provided for. You will even be given opportunity, guarded, to venture throughout Athedon, and for some of you, maybe even beyond its borders.
Oh, do we actually get food this time? Not 2 weeks of sitting in an empty cell with nothing?
He looks
And no
at
more
you.
diarrhea.
He looks and he says, we can get some of our healers to deal with that. It was simply a measure to see the sort of abilities you have at hand. We learned a decent
Kind
bit.
of fucked up.
Yes, well, if we really
Gonna
saw
have
you,
seen after like a week.
he says, if we really saw you were starving to death, we would have fed you. The other group did just fine. Eventually, the two of you, and he's referencing you, Ralrut and Bramgrim. The two of you didn't seem to be doing anything new or displaying any new powers or anything, so we gave up that shit. We gave up looking. And, Ralrut, for your sake, we said you would have tried using the Echo Avatar, but I remember we talked about it a while ago. Your avatar can't really, like, phase through things anymore.
Really? Damn. Oh, yeah, no, wait.
Yeah.
Last time
talked
we used
about
Echo
that.
Avatar like that was in the Spy. Oh, yeah, we talked about it out of game, I remember. Yep.
Yeah.
Very cringe. But he's like, come on. That's what made it so good.
Too good. That was the
Literally,
problem.
the reconnaissance. It was a reconnaissance, man. It was so good.
Yeah, too good. Either way, it says, with guard, you will be able to venture forth, potentially even from Athedon for some of you. And he looks towards Sonder, Ethel, and Ralrut when he says that. Bramgrim, you will work very closely with the council to figure this out. You'll all be guarded pretty heavily.
Alright.
Honestly, the most dangerous hex on you, aside from the tether, is that blade.
Besides from what?
Aside from the tethers, he
I said
says.
besides Ethel. I was like,
You see, he says it pretty casually. Aside from the tethers.
what are tethers?
Well, whatever the connection you all seem to share with those close to you that we saw from your memories.
Oh.
And so, you see the doors open wide. It's like one really big chamber. Generally in Athedon, Bramgrim, the rooms are pretty communal. So, it's almost like 4 bedrooms and like a full... It's 4 bedrooms, like a living room. It's all like it's pretty much a house with all of the walls. And it's just wide open space. And he just says, you'll all be kept here. We'll see to it for all of your needs, but until we figure something out, we will bid you all adieu. You guys get led in by 2 guards each. And you see he starts talking to... Arthel sort of goes over to you, Bramgrim, after he sees Vorkrath walk by, and he sort of stops the guards holding you. And like takes one of their places, and he says, look, and he sort of says quietly to you, Bramgrim, look, we'll try to help you out as much as we can, but this is the way it's got to be for now. I pulled as many strings as I could. With me by your side, you'll be able to walk around Athedon. But all of you guys are going to need a bit of a posse anytime you go anywhere. And he says, welcome back home, Bramgrim. And he sort of like lets you go. Be seeing you around. He just like turns around and goes to walk out of the big room. All of the guards leave you guys, and eventually all the big doors are all just slowly shut behind you as you hear just a big lock being closed. And I think, unless there's anything in particular you guys want to do or speak of, we can end the session there.
My pet flies back to me and goes like into my sleeve, and I kind of pull it out and immediately start reading the script of what happened while they were fucking...
Ethel's
Your
like,
pet has a weird brown hue to it.
Ethel's like,
So,
well, we had a nice
we
with-
use
conversation.
it
What did you
as
guys
toilet
do?"
paper.
With this situation, our next couple, our next, we'll be able to do like, sort of downtime sort of stuff separately. So if anyone wants to try doing any kind of solo sessions or anything like that, like Ralrut, if you want to try going off to your, just sort of to shake things up, like we could do
go to the herd. Yeah.
For
I
next-
think I'm gonna try to
for next
convince
session.
them
We
to
could
do that.
even do something where like some of you guys are your characters, but then others are like guards, like keeping watch of you guys, and then you go to the herd. Or maybe even Sonder. If you convince them well enough, you could go try looking for your brother. Maybe that's a stretch if you manage to convince them.
Sonder could come with Ralrut.
What
We
I
could
was
probably-
what I was thinking was fucking a whole
But-
solo session and me trying to steal some of that shit, the
Yeah,
technology.
you guys will be able to walk around the city at this point. So you're gonna have pretty much until Bramgrim and his father figure out the whole sword thing.
Not gonna lie, Joey. If you're gonna die, I was gonna be like, wait, no, don't kill him. I'll bring up the Herd of Shadows. I was gonna try to buy time, and if they weren't just gonna kill you anyways, I was gonna be like, give me the sword. I'll at least complete purifying it, and I was gonna use it as my weapon.
Yeah.
No, deadass though. I thought it was a pretty sweet fucking character thing, but you know.
No, I know.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that. So interesting
I
series.
had to play the part of an angsty teen.
Yeah. And I had to play the part of an angry dad.
So they were gonna find out about Israel.
Ilrath.
Ilrath. Either way, even if I told them that, right?
Yeah, they heard about it earlier. You guys wouldn't have been held so long if you didn't mention anything.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're mentioning shit like that.
Listen, I wanted my best chance of survival because I knew things are gonna go
Your
down.
best chance of survival
that's
is
the thing.
making us seem more dangerous than we
That's the
are.
thing. Before you said that, you were going in like a little sus. They were a little sus of you guys. But then after you mentioned that, they were like, something's not right. They did something to the one of the High Council members' daughters, right? So, because yeah, Joey, you're Vorkrath is not there's no one leader. He's just the head.
Yeah,
of,
no, I know
of
we've
his
talked
clan.
about this.
Yeah.
So he's like a part of a democracy type of shit, or how does this work?
Think about it
clan has a leader, 2 leaders.
Like a
split
military
into
leader
several
and then
clans.
a civilian leader. And
So
so
pretty
there-
much the United States of America.
So there's
one full face of the council, and that he doesn't have more power, but he's the face of the council. So
Yeah.
he's at the top.
So
So
like
the-
the Queen of
so-
the Queen of Britain type of shit.
So I mean, no, it's more like there's a council of 5. They're 2 councils of 5. One military one, and then one sort of overall government one. Bramgrim's father is one of the overall government ones for his clan, because there are the 5 clans.
There's 5
Yeah,
clans
so he's
and
at the
6
top of the clan,
What?
but
There's 5 clans, but 6 districts?
yes.
That makes no sense. Numbers don't make sense.
You don't make sense.
Fuck you, Juan.
All right. Well, yeah, we can wrap that up. So I was thinking, I mean, generally, if you guys have any ideas for sort of things you could ask, we could do just to shake up the campaign, get things interesting, because we've been playing the same characters. I mean, even though we sort of soft reset, still same characters. We could try shaking something up.
Yeah, my character's so boring. I need a switch.
Bramgrim, if you want to try
Oh, yeah.
purifying the blade inside of Athedon, some of the other guys could play guards or something, and do a little session like that where you're going through Athedon.
I'll be the voice in his head.
Ralrut, if you want to go to the Herd of Shadows, same sort of situation.
I mean, I was gonna ask you if you would let me try to complete the rite of passage, correctly gain the true, Ralrut's true name, or what did we call it again?
Honorific.
Honorific.
So essentially, yeah. So those are the 2 main sort of downtime things I can think of.
Well, what about me?
I'll be honest,
What about
even
me?
though I would love to help out, if it's a solo session for a person, I'd rather not know, so I don't know something in character.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to, if anybody, this could be something where we don't even need the whole group. If we just have 2, Ralrut, and one person playing a guard wants to go to the Herd of Shadows,
Oh, can't
or
I play as me?
if Ethel, if you want to, it's
Yeah.
whatever. So we'll talk about it.
If
whatever you guys
Ethel,
want.
wants to come, then
I'm just gonna get bullied the entire time. Shut the fuck up, Ethel.
Hey,
I mean,
it could
if you're
be
gonna get
it
bullied,
could be
fuck
Ethel
yeah.
and Ralrut bonding time. They'll finally get to
No.
like each other.
Bitch.
Probably not. Let's be real.
Do I get to go to Oalian?
Potentially if you convince them.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I mean, I'll end the session there. But how does that sound? Because if you guys don't want, if that doesn't
Sounds
sound
pretty
like,
cool.
if that doesn't sound like fun, we can just toss that to the side.
That's good.
I mean, also what? Let's say we each do one free session, or let's say 2 weeks without playing with the group, and then by the 3rd week we all have some cool ass shit.
Oh, well, I wanted to talk to you guys. So my birthday's in July 22nd, and it'd be cool if we could do some kind of in-person session if you guys wanted to come over.
Yeah, I'd be down.
We
I could
do a the solo stuff and figure that stuff out, and then by the 22nd meet up again, which isn't 3 weeks. So I mean, 2 weeks.
That's
I
still.
guess,
I mean, that still works out.
Yeah, I'd be down to do an in-person session.
Okay.
All right.
a
Well,
while.
yeah. Again, I mean, this is something I messaged you guys about it, but I really want to stress it. I can't. I just can't do scheduling anymore with this many groups. It's too complicated. Like you guys, I mean, really, just talk about it in the Discord, and then just genuinely tell me a day. Say like, oh, Tuesday we're playing, and I'm down. Just I can't
Yeah.
I can't schedule for 3 groups. It doesn't work in my brain.
Okay. Well, we can put together just a Google Calendar.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do, because I mean, I have the resources I've been using, but I think the best way is just you guys texting each other and calling each other and just saying, when are you free? When are you,
Yeah.
like, because I mean, it changes so much week to week.
Okay.
So I mean, yeah, I'm interested to try out this new like kind of format for a bit. So
I'm not.
I guess I'll see you guys.
I'm skip
Okay.
town.
Peace.
Do you wait? Is John's alone in the other Discord? Do you guys want to see if he wants to play Valheim?
Sure.